Hello, everybody.
Hi.
How are you guys? It still looks blurry.
My goodness, it's such a mess today.
Is it? That it is. How are you guys doing tonight? Hope you are, or morning, depending where you are, or late night, wherever you are. It's great to have each and every one of you guys in here. So how's everybody? Yeah, we're all over the place. What a great setup. Everything planned out. Gone off without a hitch as usual. That's our...
it's always good to keep up with the traditions and do it
Yes.
the usual way, the way that people are used to us, messing up, having excuses, starting late
now
or too early.
The intro was playing, and then I seen ATGH Travels. Channel has been with us since the very beginning. I always give them a little extra push, those ones that got us off the ground, when they would be like one of three people in here. So we definitely owe them a lot. Andrew said, I'm assuming it's Andrew, said, and now the stars of the show, Puša Studios, with all the clapping. Sledgehammer that like button. I was picturing it as like one of those TV shows from like the late night shows back in like the 80s, and that, the big band going, live from Burbank and that. So I like that. That really got my night going. Thank you, Andrew.
We had a couple of offers for us with the voiceovers to do that for us. So we might actually do that. Who knows?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, hello. It's feels like Tuesday, but no, it's Wednesday.
Dangerous Criminals. Today is 13 years, no cocaine, my big anniversary. Well, a huge congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
You are doing fantastic on it, and I couldn't be more prouder right now of you than this. So I know you've done lots on YouTube and all these things. That I'm really proud of. Good for you.
That is more than anything on YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, YouTube doesn't even no.
Exactly. So congratulations. Keep it up. We're
Yes.
very happy for you. That's a great example as well.
Exactly. I hope you do a video or something about it, talking about it. I think that is absolutely awesome. Great to have you guys all in here. Man, look at these channels already. I know I've been posting it, guys. It's just because it's the generic part of it. I just modified it quickly. I know Twitter's down right now and stuff like that. Facebook, excuse me. But Instagram too, though, was down for a bit.
Facebook and Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, so I know that's all in there, like referencing, hitting all the social medias. I know before somebody tells us they are down. I know it's his tweet, but it's in association with. But and either there and there, we are trying. We're like everybody else. We do hit flat spots. So if you guys know anybody you think that might be interested in what we do, this would be an awesome time to meet them because, yeah, I'm trying to bump it up a little bit. And we've celebrated, I think, every one of them 500 and 1,000 with you guys.
Yes.
So it'd be cool to have that one on as well. You can see the list on our homepage, actually. They're all there. It's the full live streams. Eventually, I want to go back and cut them and make them into separate videos maybe or something like that. I don't know, but...
That's right. So if you are wanting to share this out or any of your content out on Facebook and Instagram right now, it's a little bit of a glitch and it's not really possible. So, well, sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. So don't get frustrated. It's not you. It's Facebook and Instagram. But you can tweet it out. You can share it. You can send a message. Knock on neighbors' doors, as we always say.
That's right.
Send a text message. Call a friend. to send a telegram.
We really,
quick one.
we really do appreciate, guys. We're here to work for you guys. We're doing all this stuff, and I get once in a while we just have to ask for a little help too. So if you can, you can. If not, we're having an amazing night because we got a bunch of great channels in here.
That's right. That's right.
It's just to be the cherry on the Sunday to celebrate that part with you guys. Either way, we are celebrating because we're gonna have a great chat. Look at some great channels, some great talk about them. It's a little different, not as maybe the pace of Tech Talk Tuesday, but it's definitely also not the pace of the wheel. And that's what's cool about it. It's kind of in the middle. So
that's right. And if you missed us on Monday, we started, this is a second edition, so to say, of random channel reviews. You guys asked after our last week's Monday when we reviewed some popular channels to do a little bit more of your guys' channels in depth and without the wheel and try to talk about more about that and less about numbers. So we did that on Monday, and we got a really great response. And I think especially after changes on YouTube guidelines, people were and are a little bit more down in the dumps on growing and all of that. So we try to make it up a little bit as much as we can and do another one of these random channel reviews, as we call them, today for you as well once again. So I hope you enjoy it.
Are we getting rated?
We are getting raided. I see Mighty Mo Excavating saying that there is a raid.
There's a raid going on.
And we would love to know who's it from. And
That's
Drown
cool.
Tread on me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting us through Super Chat.
That's really cool. Thank you so very much.
Snoopy's in the house.
Snoopy.
He crossed 4,000 just a couple of days ago. So congratulations on that. That's amazing.
Welcome, Art Cole Vlogs. Well, it's nice to see you. Just looking at your channel and checked it out. Very nice looking. I can't look at it too long right now, Ron, but what I see I like. So great to have you. There you go, giving you a wrench.
And it's nomadic raid. So
nomadic.
Thank you so much. That's what I figured, but I just wanted to make sure.
I was in Nomadics a while ago. I mean, Nomadic is such a stand-up guy. And I see Roaming Raven RV, of course. I thought you had a wrench already, but there we go. We fixed that.
Brandon Burnham, MR2U4F. Also joining us from the raid. Hello and welcome, everybody. Blue Sniper, Roaming Raven RV. Hello from the raid as well. Welcome, everybody.
Today's edition. How are you? There you go, guys. Getting you guys some wrenches, and we really do appreciate it. Mighty Mo, I think you had them before, but that's what happens sometimes here. Even sometimes people are gone 3 days, they lose one. Either way, let's get you all set up. Make sure you got one, and you're all set. There you go. Hey, heavy equipment, I'm all over that, so definitely. Like I say, guys, if we don't hit it tonight, no worries, no hard feelings. We're just giving it a shot because everybody gets lulls, and I've preached you time and time again that 6,400 is no different than at 1,800 or 1,200 or 762 or 198 or whatever number you choose, and we all get our ups and downs, and it has been this week, and it's not just us, a lot of people, but I'm hoping if we jump started a bit for us, you guys will get some as well. Everybody will win. You know, it's a win-win situation. Nomadic Bike, once again, thanks again. I was so great to hang in your live stream. I haven't been over in a bit, I know. I try my best to spread myself as much as we do. We almost never go to the same live stream ever together because it's like, I'm going to this one, great, I'll take this one.
Yes, that's right.
But there was
teamwork.
Yes.
We always try to do a teamwork here.
D-Lo Flo, how are you? I don't know what's going on because you do have a wrench before. Another one, it just doesn't want to stick, it seems like. But there you go. We just fixed you up again. And 1 second.
Also, because I have accepted some of the channels as trusted comment weavers.
Yes, that's true.
As per new guidelines. So some of them must have glitched and taken off the wrench while I was doing that. So that must be the reason too. So don't worry, you'll get it back. It's nothing else than that.
Lewis Luna, you did get it. I just gave you one on your channel. I seen your spicy challenge. I cannot watch it, of course, like I say right now, but I definitely have it up here on the side. So, and there you go. You're all wrenched out. That doesn't sound so good.
Sticky wrenches. Yeah, that's interesting.
That's right. That's about the size of it.
Yes. Little Amalora, hello. Good to see you. That cannabis show, hello. Good to see you,
Oh, no way. The cannabis show is in here?
Yeah.
Excellent show, guys. You have to check out the cannabis show. I'm telling you. Found them not too long ago, but I love them. It's fun. There's a good example of a channel. The cannabis show, are you able to stay around for a little bit? I hope you can. Try to hang out for a few minutes.
And Marcel Harding is saying hello, Andrew, so I guess I misbehaved.
It's not often. It's usually you get the
Yeah,
better
I know.
half. So
I know.
I
don't know what happened.
Thank
Now
you
I
so
wanna
much
know.
for
What did I do? Tell me, what did I do? Fox, the smartest dog in the West. Hello.
Hey, good to see you again. I thought you were already. It's great to have you here. So nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
You do have a great channel name, by the way. I think I told you that the other morning at Just Livings or some channel, but yeah, once again, you do.
Ashley Beauty. Yes, Marcel, we just were talking about that. It's not your Facebook only. It's Facebook and Instagram is glitching right now all across the world. But thank you for tweeting it out. We do appreciate when you guys do, especially when other platforms are down and we can't put out the word as much as we usually do. We do appreciate.
This is true.
And as well, all across the seas, we are a little bit earlier for people because of our daylight saving time. The next 2 weeks, we're going to be an hour early in Europe and across the ocean. So that's important to note as well.
Juliet
Miranda, thank you so much. Top 200 iPod, iTunes podcaster, bourbon lover. And she also has a channel that will have a live YouTube interview next month coming up.
TikTok. I got my flasher on. The cars are still going by.
Do you remember a white flag I used to own last season? Do you remember?
I'm going to mute myself.
Last season, guys, if you don't know, I had a white flag, which I used when I wanted to talk.
Alrighty then. What I was going to say was Juliet has interviewed many stars. I'm thinking KK Downing, a Judas Priest. Anybody watch Discovery Channel a little bit? Mike Rowe. She's had Mike Rowe on. And the names go far on beyond that. I mean, covers the whole gamut. And absolutely spectacular podcaster. There's going to be a great live broadcaster on YouTube very, very soon with the first one coming up just around the turn.
That's right. Scrapping Irish is in the house too. And I can't wait for Sunday because Sunday is St. Patrick's Day. And I want to wear our Scrapping Irish merch on our Sunday live stream.
Oh, as soon as I talk,
floor is yours.
That's why, yeah. Calm it down. All right, guys, I want to thank you once again. We got so many great channels here. I'm about to call all your names out. I want to say a big thank you to everybody for being in here. Everybody that supported us from the beginning, the middle, or has just come in tonight. It's a pleasure to have each and every one of you in here. Like I say, it is going to be a wheelless shout-out. It's just basically reviewing channels on the fly. So as long as you're in the chat, you have an option to be up here. We're taking channels from all different sizes, so have no fear. There'll be no picking through and anything like that. The whole point is for us all just to kind of look at somebody's channel, give them some tips that we can all pick up from as well. And we're all in it together, guys. We had that the other day, which was great. Everybody giving tips and tricks to each other in the chat. You all have blue wrenches for a reason. That's what this is all about. This is a co-op, guys. We're all in it together. We're all up and coming YouTubers, and we all don't. None of us have all the answers, but you know what? Together we can come up with a lot more of them. So that's kind of the premise of it. And it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. Let's see, guys. We got new channels coming in here all the time. Hope you guys can hit that subscribe button. Yes, we are trying to hit 6,500 tonight, and we're getting there. We're getting there. It is coming good. We just need 44 more to go, and we'll be there. So, be respectful of each other. Be good to each other, guys, please. I know you guys already do. You know, that's what I can't thank you enough is how great you make us look. That's the nice part about it. And yes, that will go back and forth. Don't pay that no attention. The main thing is get a lot of people in here, get to know each other and stuff. Keep it away from sub me back. Got you. Just say something nice to somebody. Yeah, like there's an example right there. Please know I just subscribed. Just take a moment and say something nice to somebody. It's for the health of the channel, and it's for the respect of eachbody in here. Hey there, I joined your plane channel. I have been wanting to fly a plane for a long time. Keep up the great work. Just anything to keep it respect the people that put the work into the videos and that. And I want them to give you the same respect back as well. Mad Fish Dive. I think it's just about time to call people out, I think, and say some hellos to all these fantastic people. And it's so great once again to have you all in here.
Gil Skills is in the house as well. Mad Fish Diva, yes.
Gil Skills not in the house, no way.
And Desmond's Dunders. Raising 7 munchkins. Hello. Above and Beyond says yesterday was fun. Yes, our Tuesday Tech Talks are awesome. And if you missed that, it's linked up above in that little eye icon, as well as down below in the description. If you missed yesterday's Tuesday Tech Talk, go and check it out.
Xenia's slowly handing out wrenches, guys, and checking out. So if you haven't had one yet, it's just haven't got there yet. Doesn't mean you matter any less. You don't count for a review or anything like that. We're all together. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's 42 to go. There you go. We're all going, getting to know, and hopefully you guys are getting to meet some new people along the way as well. We're all in it together, folks. All right, let's see where we're at, guys. Also, oh yes, don't forget about the selfies. The selfies. Selfie of you watching us. You can't do that. No problem. A selfie of you. You got merch or somewhere. There's where you can self-promote. Throw it on. Show everybody what you got going for your channel, yourself. Here's the link for the Twitter. And please make sure to use the hashtag Blue Wrench Group so everybody can see you, including us. Because, you know what? I love you guys' selfies. And it's cool for, especially if you're newer in here, or for the newer people that came in here and you've been here for a while. They get to put a face to the name, and that just makes it a little more personal. And that's the best way to get long-term connections going. Got sent here by another Puša Studios fan. Honeybee. Oh, thank you so much. It's great to have you in here. How are you doing tonight?
Who's here back outdoors? Hello, and thank you for popping in.
Yeah. God, the good one. There we go. And I think I've seen her name. Simply Shannon. Those are my Echo buddies. That's right. So covered those bases. Cannot let that pass away. I think Xenia wants to hear the horn. If you guys think Xenia wants to hear the horn, even though it's not wheel night, but if you think she wants to hear the horn, please type number 1. Number 1 for the horn, folks. Let's have a vote here right now. Let's keep this democratic. Let's see what we got going for numbers.
Well, if it's democratic, you need another number to compare it with.
Nah, we'll just see how many there are. We're talking husband democratic here. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing some ones there. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Once, guys, once.
Well, they just...
Honeybee.
They're just very passionate.
This is not playing right.
Alrighty, you know what? You guys drive a hard bargain. 69 from Nomadic Bike. Well, there we go. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. I couldn't hear you over the horn, hun. What? You want to hear it again? There we go. All right, folks, back to the show. Back to the show. There. Now that we've gotten all the fun stuff dealt with, is back to getting to more fun stuff. See, there's the catch.
Now, welcome back for those that are on headphones.
I'm wearing headphones. I'm good. Foghorn Leghorn, that's right, above and beyond. That's so true, yes. Exactly. I like that. Good reference. Very good reference. You guys are so freaking awesome. Oh my God. Xenia, where's the earmuffs? Oh, please don't get her started on that craziness tonight, for the love of God.
I might have them,
Oh, I get the stink eye Andrew all the time.
I have my different other props here, like glasses and stuff.
Kenneth shows us getting a little horny in here.
Eileen, hello. Coombs Worldwide. Yes, exactly. Walker fam, hello. I just got your message. Thank you so much. I will answer it right back. I think it sounds great. Kings and Darwin. Yes.
Oh, Simply Shannon got fair warning, took her earbuds out. You're the one with Echo. I thought you'd be all over the horn. Like, I thought you'd be on my side for that one. So. All right, guys. Like, once again, don't forget about selfies. Get them out there. Loved seeing you guys. It just takes a moment. Great way to be seen. All that good stuff. Let me put the link up, and then it's time to say hello to everybody here.
There's a question from Honeybee. It's asking, how did we start our studio business? Well, we were doing Your Events Iceland, which was destination events and weddings in Iceland. And obviously, when you go there, you need a photographer, a videographer. We kind of started doing it ourselves.
Yep.
and it just fell into our laps.
Yeah, it was. That's the story, and I was doing like some stuff on YouTube just to get our name more predominant, not work for clients, but just on personal to build up the name. Xenia was doing it on Instagram, and then we came on to here, so that was a transition from there all the way through. So that's how we got started in the studio business, and then to here as well, which became, I guess, part of our business now. I guess you call it in a little way.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. So it's a little transformations
Yeah.
from different businesses, but they were all tied together.
Currency vlogs. I just joined. What are we doing today then? Well, great to have you.
Yeah, and welcome back.
Yes.
I think you were here the other day as well.
Yes.
Today we are randomly picking channels from the chat for a little review without the wheel. So if you are frustrated about the wheel,
That's right.
This is the time to be here.
We were supposed to have a spring break last week, so we didn't book any guests, and then everybody got the flu, and then we just kept putting things off because the flu has been dragging for a lot of people. So this week is more just kind of a celebration of you guys. Lots of stuff your way.
Next week we have amazing lineup.
Oh, yeah.
We have a TV host that has switched her platforms together with her friend psychotherapist. Now she's on YouTube. Huge celebrity. We have a family coming up on Wednesday, and Friday we have all coffee lovers come to Friday, and we have Australian coffee expert.
Yeah, this is going to be cool, guys.
Yes.
This is one of those channels found by random. I found this one this time, though.
Yes,
But
you
usually
did.
You find some, too, and we'll come to each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
isn't this cool? It's a coffee academy.
Yeah, and we love coffee. You guys
Yeah.
know that. We drink coffee all the time.
the
So
barrel.
all the questions about the best coffee makers, the best way to make coffee, and all of that is going to be on Friday. Can't wait. So amazing next week, starting back again into our regular programming.
Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. Guys, we're getting close to 100 people in here. If you guys can keep tweeting it out, telling friends, DMing. I know I'm asking a lot of you guys tonight, but if you can, it would be nice if we can celebrate hitting 6,500. I was going to say 3,500 with you guys. Not that I didn't mind celebrating, but I don't feel like going back. I don't think anybody wants to. It'd be nice to celebrate 6,500 with you guys. We've celebrated most of those 500 and thousands with you, so that would be really cool. If you guys know some friends or... the last time, too, I just tell people as a side note, because some people went to live streams to ask people to rate us. Please be very careful with that. I don't want anybody upset, not just at us, but as you as well. That's a very prickly pear. I appreciate the love and that, but we want to keep everybody really happy on here. And I realized I said it was 30. Did I say 30 a while ago? Because it was supposed to be 41, but I don't know. It's possible. Would be the first time.
Just a reminder before Andrew does the roll call, it's your cue to like and share if you haven't yet, and of course put your hashtag Blue Ranch Group Selfie out there. We love to see you. And these shows without guests is the time when we go back and forth to them quite often through the night. So please put your selfie out there.
That's right.
We would love to see your beautiful faces out there.
Alrighty, guys. Maya So Classy, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just going through. We're trying to get through some of the names here. There's so many channels, and that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. And there's going to be lots more dropping by through the night, guys, so you don't want to miss them, so make sure to hang around. We're edging that much closer to 100 in the chat. You guys are fantastic. And since that is the case, I think it's time we say a proper hi to a bunch of them. Alrighty, guys. I always do that with echo. Not that echo. That's God, the good one echo. There we go. I always do that with echo because you guys are the stars of the show. Arena size welcomes for all. And I want to say a great big hello to 0 Hour TV 256. Yakstream YT TV, excuse me. I'm off to a good start. Here we go. Will Gets Ripped, Weekend Warrior Outdoors, Walker Fam, Vexicor, Vibrasser Outdoors 1, Trendon and Triana. Thiana. Oh my God. Trendon and Thiana. I am the worst at names, but it's so great to have you guys here. Tiger Muskin. The Musicians Lounge. The Daily D and Mysteries, the Blue Sniper, the Cannabis Show, SWAT Stalker Outdoors, Swizzledoy. I'm going to tackle your name to the end of time, I swear. Snoopy Eats 408 is in the house. Simply Shannon. We have Sean Urshan, Sonia Diamonds, Sam's World, RSDT7 Norwegian, Queen Bee, Prevolution, Patricia Sprinkles, Nomadic Bike, who rated us with such kindness. Much love to you, buddy. My Family Garden, Mr. Two-Fourth? I guess Two-Fourth? Moesha Grace, Mighty Mo Excavating, Maya So Classy, Marcel Harding, Mad Fish Diva, Louis Luna, Little Bunny Flopsy ASMR, Lana SVG, Lakeshore Paranormal, Lady Dazed, King and Darwin, Joanne Plans. How are you, Joanne Plans? Basket. Jacqueline Brown is in here. I Crazy Ja, Who's Your Back Outdoors, Honeybee, Green Street Recycling Man. Out of respect. God, the good one. There we go. Welcome. We also got Gaffa Haynes in here. Gator Bite, Frangie Unboxing, Frozen Fury 009, Fox, the smartest dog in the West, Foulfish, Eileen Villieu the Fan, D-Lo Flows in here, Destination Chronicles, Dangerous Criminals, Currency Vlogs, Cross Comics, Crew for Life, Coombs World Wild, CMWB72, Chappie's in here, Karen Sommers, Bossy, Bill 56 Hardtop 2-Door, Bass Camo, Arthur Sheila D, ATJH Travels is in here, Ashley Beauty, Alex the Blue Man Reviewer and Gamer, Above and Beyond, 3D Productions Co. Welcome to each and every one of you. If we missed you, please say hi and highlight our names so we can definitely give you a big shout out as well. Ralph Morick, I see. Hike with Mike is in the house. Verena Travels is in here. Who else did I miss?
Hike with Mike and Prevolution.
Great to see you.
Rockpack's in the house as well.
Oh, you're too kind, the Cannabis Show, but it's great having you in here, man. Great having each and every one of you. That's it, guys. We're almost at the peak of 100 already. You guys are awesome. Please keep tweeting it out, hitting the like button, telling friends, all that good stuff. We really do appreciate it.
And cool. Minion Motto, hello. Good to see you too. BVD Gaming, hello. Yes, well, that's why you can say hi, so we can express our gratitude for you joining us.
Michael Grooms, Doug and Debbie, Army, Mod Squad, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Ms. T. Faves is in the house.
Jessica Cooper, hello and welcome here.
Desmond's Donders, how are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you again. Hey, Syntax AI, how are you?
Miss T's Fave, hello as well, and hello to each and every one of you listening to us on their headphones. Say hi in the chat if you can, and if you can't, that's okay too.
Animax EP, Base Camo's in the house as well. Jade Lamb, Band Runners, Eric and Chandra is in the house. Edwin Chase, we're getting some new ones up in here. That is great to see, great to see. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. You haven't tweeted out, you know what I'm saying, please do. It'd be great to meet you all. See all the things that we do. We are on 6 nights a week. We're kind of on an odd schedule this week, but we'll be back to regular next week, of course. There we go. And we're on at 7 p.m. Eastern, Sunday through Friday, except for tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, because it's European Wheel Shoutouts. So
that's right. And if you're in Europe, just remember it's an hour earlier for you than it used to be because of the time difference and changes these next 2 weeks.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, I think I'm just going to take a look here and see what we got going on for selfies right now. Will you talk to everybody, and I'll get this.
Oh, sweet sound SMR. Never be sorry. Had to go feed the baby, of course.
Real.
Oh my God.
I always say real life comes first, and that's as real life can be. So no worries there whatsoever.
Frangie Unboxing says, so nice seeing you guys and other creators' streams. Well, we try as much as we can. We always say we can't ever watch or everything out there, videos or streams there is to be. But because we're live streaming ourselves 6 times a week, I think it's a great platform for you guys to be exposed. And sometimes it's even more worse than our one view. But we try our best.
That's right. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is your best.
Artco Vlogs. More than welcome. Riley Finchfield Food Reviews. Jelly's Journeys. Hello. And Suki Soak. Hello as well. Animaflex Animations. Hello.
Scrapping Irish. When you get there, you know what I always say. If you can get there, that was just the right time to show up. And if you can't, there'll always be other shows. Never, ever, ever worry about that.
Of course. Well, guys, do you want to see Blue Ranch group selfies?
Yep, let's do that. It's not going to be by request for it. We're literally just going to be, all you have to do is just be sitting in the chat here, and we're going to pick people at random. So they will be. All right, there we go, guys. Let's get this started. BB Salter, thank you so much. Oh, cool shot. Peekaboo shot.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so very much. Great to see you. Thank you so much for that. Ultra Development Studios, Pusa Studios Group. Nothing too special. I'm celebrating 3 years on YouTube tonight. Oh,
nice. Well, congratulations.
Nice.
3 years.
Very well done.
Wow.
That's a big accomplishment. 3
Yes.
years it's a long time. Good for you.
A lot of patience.
Yeah, hats off to you. Happy anniversary on that. And there she is, Jackie Header, in all her sweetness, all her adorableness.
I love seeing you because then I know that you're at home and not at work.
Yes, exactly.
Which makes me happy.
Yes, that's true. That's a good giveaway for that one. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Minion Moto. I really, really do appreciate. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. My first old profile I used on YouTube. Oh, a little retrospect. Yeah, I could see that with you. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. You get so many cool anime shots. Thank you so much. Remember this one, Puša Studios is reviewing channel tonight? Remember this one. What thing?
Is it a camera or something? What is it?
No. I'm not quite sure. It's a lot in the front. It looks like it's got a great big breather, a chrome breather on the top, on the hood of it. I'm not too sure. Very cool, though.
Dave, what is it? We want to know.
Very sweet, though. My family garden, watching Pusa Studios on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice. Very cool.
Wow, look at those flowers.
I caught a bit of your live stream the other day. I was lurking around because I was waiting for my wife to get her medication. So I was just looking around on their Wi-Fi.
And welcome to Twitter, by the way. They just joined, I think, yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Congratulations to you. Very well done. Don't tread on me. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. My God, you got some big screen. That's going to go right to our heads. Thank you so much. Yes, just my fish. Yeah, we can see you.
Of course.
Yep.
And they say it's a gremlin and pinto.
Oh, it's a gremlin.
Whatever that means. And vega and the different other guesses. Gremlin mostly. What is gremlin?
Because the back end more of a pinto, but yeah, it's a gremlin. It kind of looks like from Wayne's World there.
Now we need an auto car expert now here.
How cute is Sparky? He still bites me, but happily sits with my partner.
He's so beautiful. It looks so different with that two-colored head. I don't think I ever seen that size of how you do call them, parakeets. Two colors. So beautiful.
Definitely.
Yes.
We're getting new ones all the time. JB Fact Travel Vlog, welcome. So many great channels, guys. We really appreciate having you in here. To anybody who doesn't know yet, we always ask the Blue Wrench Group. There's no membership. It just means we're a bunch of YouTubers on here. You're welcome to put up your selfie, even if it's your first time here. We'd love to see if your first time. Everybody get to know you a bit better. There's the link, and just make sure that you include the hashtag Blue Wrench Group so everybody can see you.
It's a non-day parakeet, so I was almost there.
Little Llama Laura, thank you so much. Always appreciate you tweeting out.
Karen Summers in the house.
Whenever I hear the horn, I feel him in the harbor. Maybe Xenia will put that outfit on tonight if I blow the horn. Let's just hope. So.
Dave says, I took that picture while driving. I hope hands-free. I thought it was a Pinto, but Gremlin is probably right.
I'm not 100. Like I say, I'm not the car guy for
Good
that.
catch,
so
though.
just, yeah, right away. Yeah, you don't see too many of them around. A picture of my gourd while I watch Puša Studios. I am not a plant person, so you know more about than I do.
Well, it's something that's gonna give vegetables after. That's as far as I will go. I'm not. I love doing everything in the ground, but I'm not too much of expert of differentiating them.
Oh my God! I got one finally for the cannabis show. Finally got one for the cannabis show. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. How you doing, bud? I love it. Thank you so much. TCS Timmy looking for Puša Studio. God, you're always picking on him. Jeez.
And
You guys are so good together.
Minion Mono is running outside in red and white and blue underwear while shooting a gun. So hopefully it's all safe.
We've done on the roofs too. I know exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, blowing the snow on the roof.
That's crazy, isn't
Minnesota. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's when you got snow. And look at the roof they're going across. Like look at from and the proportions from him to there.
Yes.
It's crazy. Very cool. Syntax AI, good evening. Puša Studios from United Kingdom. How are you today, friends? Hope all is great. Well, all is great. It's great to see you. I know you've been busy. Always nice to see you when you're here.
Oh, WJ Auto Works is here. He missed the car.
Oh.
We just called you. Literally, we just called you. I don't know. Did you hear us mentioning you? I just was talking about car experts.
Paul, thank you so very much. And how are you doing tonight, my friend? Hope you're having a great time. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Oh, from 0 Hour TV. Okay, now I'm making the guy. Great. Excellent. Thank you so very much. Hope you're doing well. It's great to have you here.
Brenda's Beauty Blog. Hello.
Hello. How you doing? My family vlog. Once again, thank you for tweeting it out. Frangie Unboxing. One selfie a day takes the pain away. Hugs from you, your fan couple. You guys are so awesome.
Aw, you're so cute.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoy the shows and that. It's always nice when somebody's really gives you such great feedback onto it.
And after them sharing that engagement picture,
that meant a lot. That was crazy.
It's like a special place for you guys now.
that shocked us. That we were really, really blown away by that. So that was cool. Salvatore, how are you? Good to see you. I know we're missing some names. Just in time prepping's in here. Vonda in Wonderland, how are you? Great to see you. You guys are awesome. Once again, if anybody doesn't know, we were trying to see if we can hit 6,500 with you guys. We need a few. I'll not lie. And like all other channels, we've been feeling kind of a pinch lately. And usually when we say we want to hit a number, a couple of the people that are semi-fans for us because they follow us all the time, but not always in our corner, we'll say, they'll bring it back down and bring it back up and stuff. But the main thing is we got lots of great people in here. And if some new ones come in, well, you guys get to meet them as well. And that's what it's all about. So either way, we're winning just because we have such great people like you here to choose to come in. It means a lot. Ashley Beauty, how about this wee pic, which is my gorgeous pup, Oli. Oh my God.
Wow.
And especially with the shot behind that, the poor dog. See, you just turn around after the shot.
My God.
Beautiful shot.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my God. All dressed up and everything. Another dog that has a very hard life, I see. Syntax AI, thank you so much for tweeting it out. Holy God. Well, Dangerous Criminals is just getting fantastic at selfies.
Oh, yes. You are doing so amazing on your channel as well. And selfies. Love seeing that.
And Dangerous Criminals announced it tonight when she came in. So if anybody missed it, guys, Dangerous Criminals in the chat is celebrating our 13th anniversary today of being cocaine free. And I think that's something that everybody can take a moment to say congratulations to Dangerous Criminals for. That is a feat, and we're very proud of you for that. I just want to say that.
Congratulations once again.
Very, very well done.
Urban Lad Yorkshire, hello.
Sweet sounds here, Puša Studios.
I love that.
Oh, no way, that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
That is such a cool idea. I love how you guys come up with these innovative ways of doing stuff. That is cool. That is really, really cool. I love it. Let's just hit the refresh. We'll see how many we just got, so we don't want to miss any here. Let's go through. Oh, I got Snoop Eats. I mean, I can't miss Snoop Eats. Look at that.
Wow.
Man, you know how to do it.
If you ever want to see an ASMR mukbang, that's the place to go.
We got to meet up someday, my friend. I want to do a mukbang with you. I really, really want to.
Oh my God!
I do. I do. I
You
don't.
need to diet before and
Yeah,
afterwards.
I know. I think I'm going to need resuscitation after it's done, but I don't care. I'm willing to take that chances.
Yes, I mean, and he's a great chef too. And his channel just crossed 4,000. Should be at least 10 times more than that. Go check him out.
You know, Snoopy is one of these guys, we don't see each other every day, but it's been nothing but, and I hope you'll feel the same way about me, it's been nothing but huge mutual respect for each other, and been long term, and I'm like honored to still have him like come by in my chats and stuff like our chats. I always love seeing you, my friend. Oh my God, your horn is getting to me. Well, isn't that freaking awesome?
God,
that is
so
awesome.
cool.
That is awesome.
I love that.
This is good. This is good. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love that.
Yeah,
that
that's
is awesome.
That is such a great idea. Okay, she gets it. Simply Shannon. I was going to give her a little echo. Always a little echo for Simply Shannon.
And now, Snoopy, everybody's hungry in the chat.
Yes, yes, yes. My garden, there's beans growing. You're getting all ready for those temperatures.
Oh, Drew's, yeah, and that looks like peppers too. Drew's food reviews. Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bill Russell, hanging out with you guys. Let's see. Thank you so very much, and great to be hanging out with you. So, really, really do appreciate you guys. Are awesome. I'll do one more spin just to see if there's any. And we'll check. Nope, we're good for now, but we'll definitely come back and check later. I'm putting that link again for you guys in the chat. Let's see here. First of all, for the selfies, there you go. So if you have a selfie you want to send up, it's not too late. We'll check back in a little while. Links there. Please make sure to use the included tag hashtag Blue Wrench Group. Otherwise, we have trouble finding you, and I want everybody to see you guys. And as well, guys, once again, yes, we are still trying to see if it's possible for us to hit 6,500 with you tonight. So if you guys know some friends around or anything like that you can do without causing any problems to anybody, please, 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 can't stress that enough. DM a friend or something like that. If you can, that would be awesome. We'd love to meet them. Right now, we're sitting with way over 100 people in here. We're sitting at 105, I'm showing right now. That is amazing. So if you guys can tweet it out, hit the like button, DM some friends, and if you're new here, hopefully you can subscribe and get to see all the other things we do. But right now, I think it's just about time. I think we've covered all business. Oh, one other thing we forgot.
Yes.
That's right. I'm always forgetting this, guys. Don't forget our merch, our Blue Wrench Group merch. Something for everybody, every size, all different colors. You know, you say, well, I get t-shirts already in that. No problem. What can we offer you? Socks. That's right. Socks with blue wrenches on them. Seamless blue wrench patterns.
And as part of a start of celebration of the 1 year of our show at the end of the month, we are getting into March Madness and offering you a special discount for our Blue Wrench Group merchandise just till the end of the month. Ship free shipping in US, and March Mad 20% off.
That's right, folks. We have all kinds of stuff for you. We got socks, we got pants. Buy. That's right. It's madness. Come on down and tell them that Andrew sent you. They're going to give you a little bit of a discount. That's right, folks. They're going to fix it right up. You're going to look good coming out in your pattern socks. We're going to have you looking sharp. You're going to just a little disclaimer. Package may not arrive as shown. It may come in various sizes and colors and may represent rainbows, but that's okay. Thank you so much. Bye. That's right, folks. Bye. There's a commercial. God. We need help. Oh my God. Don't forget to subscribe to Puša Studios and Beauty Bar.
And Marcel Harding, who already purchased one of our mugs all the way out in New Zealand, says the coffee mugs are the best.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you so much. He did a review unboxing on his channel of him receiving one of our mugs.
Yes.
So go and check that out. And the discount codes are only going to be provided during our live streams. So if you want to know what it is, I have to hang around here and save it for yourself.
That's jeez. Oh my God. And Terrell's artwork channel's in, guys. Terrell's the original wrench. I know you guys got a lot of wrenches in here now, but back when there was no wrenches and almost no people to hand them to, Terrell just stood up to the plate and has been with us ever since. And we are the luckiest people in the world to have Terrell's artwork channel. So please, if you haven't checked out Terrell's artwork channel, do so. You know, Terrell never asked to be a wrench. I don't know, maybe Terrell's still open. We would take it away so it can be left alone. But Terrell has just come, never asked for anything. I don't think we barely even messaged each other. It's just been this kind of thing that worked out. And I mean, how lucky of people are we to have somebody like that believes in you all that time, you know? It's been absolutely awesome. I've never even asked us to get them a subscribe. Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing. It's unreal. We are lucky. So I just want to state that out. So if you haven't shown Terrell some love yet, guys, please do. My other channel doesn't get your notifications, but will now. Oh, Toytastic Kids Art Show. Okay, I know what channel you are from. Oh, well, cool. Well, welcome. Yes.
Yeah,
wow,
it happens. Sometimes we
yeah.
don't even get our own. We want to see how much it gets, and really we don't. We only get, I think, 17% traffic from notifications. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Really is. Kentucky Girl 33 Karaoke, aka KG. How are you? We're doing great, and how are you doing tonight? And welcome. Great to have you in here. Thank you so much for coming. I remember you from before, but your name. And if you see me in action anytime, I'm horrible at names and the best of times. So especially the longer they get a hold on to your seatbelts, because it's usually going to be a bumpy ride, is what I think. Alrighty, I think we're just about time to pick out a channel. What do you think?
Yes, I think so. And all you need to do is just be in the chat. The channels are picked at random. There's no other way we're doing it. But remember that even the things that we are talking about, the channel that are on the screen is useful for you as well. So, ears out, listen.
That's right.
Take notes, whatever it works for you guys.
Yeah, it's pretty much universal advice. Yes, there's some specific. When it comes specific, it's more tags or stuff. But a lot of niches have similarities. So, I mean, even we're talking about one, you're going to find a lot of that there. So most of the information is really going to apply to everybody. And once again, it's a very constructive place here. People are giving suggestions in the chat all the time and stuff like that. We don't have to say don't put negative comments, because people don't put negative comments. It's really supportive. We're all in this just to get better, to learn from each other, including us with you guys. We learn stuff from you all the time. So I think we'll start with the first channel, hon.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. Let's start off with, yes, That Cannabis Show. That Cannabis Show. We're going to start here. And I'm glad they're in here. And guys, remember, we're picking channels all different sizes and stuff like that. So there's no bigger, smaller stuff. People have been with us longer. Even if you don't have a wrench yet, you could be up here. There's no... just want to check around and see. I want to bring up the Cannabis Show because here's a niche that's building more and more... they do have a battle on their hands. I mean, we're talking from a country here in Canada where it's legal now, coast to coast and everything. A lot of the stigma is gone, but there's still stigma sometimes. And this is where I'm watching this whole niche kind of move in different directions. And some are doing it very like a sterile medical style. Some are doing it just sitting in the living room, or some of them in the grow up place. This is why I like this channel so much. And I'll tell you why. They're really putting a lot of work into it to make it something that's appealing to the masses. And it's got the fun side of it, but they really put a lot of work into honing their technique to do what I've been wanting to talk about for a while, is live streams. And that's what I really like about them, is their live streams. It's a fun atmosphere. It really is, and it's very inclusive, and they honing their craft. And if you go back and watch one, say, from every month, thank you, son. You can see how they've just been kind of refining how they do things together. And they have the sidekick, the host type thing. They play off of each other very well. It's very natural, and something that I like is it's not forced. And that's why it's so appealing. And you think of it as most like other shows that you watch. Nothing is worse. I grew up here in Canada, and believe me, you should have seen TV back here in the 80s. It was god-awful at best. And it was a lot of the, oh my, I did not know that you walked into the door. How nice to see you. I mean, it was that kind of hokey, kind of, laid upon stuff. These guys are very off the cuff, but you can tell that they also are talking a lot off of the show to kind of build up that product. And everything we do on YouTube is a product. Whether you're knitting, whether it's a cannabis show, whether it's car engine, whatever, even if it's about you, you are a product. It's nice to say, you know, we all have love. We do have love. But you're also in love with that product. It comes the same as a TV show as a product. And these guys really do a good job of it. And I caught it one morning. It was just by complete fluke. I think maybe I seen it because of Mother Nature, because I know Mother Nature and she was there. Or they were on her show. I forget. But I ended up watching the whole thing. And to me, that's when it meant something was really clicking with me, that I liked what they were doing. They're fun. They engaging. It's open to everybody. And sometimes like they'll have people, of course, it's more controversial when somebody comes in with a smart craft. I like that they don't go just nailing after them right away. They go more on the let's kind of, they might be using a bit of humor with it, but not degrading humor, more of kind of an educate system. And then realizing sometimes you just can't change everybody and you got to please your core. And they're very good at doing that, because it can't be easy sometimes, because anything like this here, and there's many of them like that, can sometimes bring up harder opinions on people, you know, and stuff like that. And to do it in a way where you can handle it, and especially when it's not going to go the way you're hoping, to be able to let it go, deal with it without upsetting everybody else in the chat or getting them all into like a mob scene. That's a talent. So that's why I really respect what they do. I got to say that. They're never wrong, are they? The Canvas Show. The one thing, Canvas Show, I definitely, though, your banner has got to be updated, because you really have a good look going now on your thumbnails. You found the font that works for you. You're using serif fonts. Anybody doesn't know what that means is the tails on the end of the letters. Basically, there's three types of fonts in general. It's serif with the tails, sans serif without, which is used like you see on Puša Studios and that. And script, which is handwriting types. Not many use serif anymore, because that's related back more to the days gone by of more earlier web pages and that. But it works good with what you do. A little bit high on the text by times, but you know what? It kind of just adds to it. It's not really... you can read it. You got to squint it a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I would take off the more we less. You see right here, you went to green and it's completely lost into it. I would also really avoid changing fonts or putting like the screenshots over top. That's the one thing you don't want to cut it off. Keep the same font. Be very consistent, not just with the font, but with the layout. Like the way you have that Cannabis Show written out, you should really try to keep that consistency of the spacing, the centering as much as possible. The more people see the same thing over and over and over, the more they connect with it, the more they bond with it. And I bring that example up of when you go into a cooler in a corner. I'm sorry, Deppiner. I'm talking like like I am from Quebec, as I am. In a corner store from 15, 20 feet away, looking at that cooler, you can tell right away whether it's the beer or the soft drink section. You know, you can look down there. You don't need to go up and stare and read what it says. You know, Sprite, Coke, Pepsi, Heineken, whatever name you're going at, because they do it that way purposely. They've spent millions and millions and millions of dollars to make it so as soon as your brain even picks up some of the colors of it, right away it knows what it is. That's research and then marketing at its best. And that's what you have to do here now. And I would really suggest, if you're going to keep the background the way it is, keep it, but I would go and get this font, that Canvas Show, the same way you wrote it here. Center it up. You don't need to overdo it. I would really like to see, if you could, is to have the both of yous cut out like this and the both of yous up there. I think that would really add to it, because you are primarily a live streaming event. You're on together. And it just gives people more of that connection. You know, like when on a bus, when they advertise for the 6 o'clock news or anything on your local affiliate station, they always show the anchors and everybody for that simple reason. Because everything builds on emotional ties. That's more of your brand building right there. Make you guys front and center. You have the leaves behind so everybody knows what you're talking about. Now bring that human side to it more. As humans, we're always drawn to faces and we're always drawn to eyes. That's just our human nature of a way of getting an initial contact. Whenever you walk in the room, you ever look at your wife and say, oh, she's not happy? Why? Because you went and looked at her face, seen the movements, and right at their eyes. You know, that's just, it's been like that for thousands of years, and we have to play on that. You have to appease whatever's watching you. And of course, it is a human watching you, so you're going to do that. You ever notice with dog toys, they don't show a person smiling because they don't adjust to it. They show a bone, something that they're attracted to, something that they know to go for right away. Or why a dog will bark at a stuffed animal staring in front of it, because that's what it's geared to look at. That's what it knows to go for first. Same thing with this. So that would be my biggest thing to mention on there. Let's see here. This I remember seeing. I'm glad you're on, because this really does need some work though. And I would address this one like ASAP. Let's see here. See the channels you're associated with? CNN, Fox News, right? So
I'm sure they're happy for that.
ABC.
I mean, nothing wrong with that in Canada, but I don't know about CNN.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. But and the thing is, it's doing that. And it's not a good thing so much because it's gearing you in that way, because it's doesn't quite know where to put you. It's just taking the controversy over it more and kind of putting you in the news channels, and you will get buried in them. So this is where you really got to go and now start doing over your description. You can look to ours for if you want an idea on what size to use for each part. But yeah, you really got to go over it. And the other part is too, getting the links all out of here and adding them down below. Anybody doesn't know to do that, by the way, let's just go here. We'll go to ours for a second. You go to your home page, click Customize Channel, and you're going to see mine's in white, but it's going to give it's going to turn white, and it's going to be more blocked off. See, this is where all your pencils are, by the way, for changing everything. You change your logo, change your banner, all that good stuff. And then to change your home, videos, playlist. So you just go to your About section. And once you're in here, you're going to see a pencil up here. Of course, that's where you did your description. Then down below, you're going to have another pencil going to pop up. If none of this, you'll see it here. There's just going to be a pencil between an empty space. We have ours there already, so it's there. You'll just click the pencil, and that's where you're going to put your email into, and it's literally you just paste it in. And what country you're from, and then your links. Your links are down at the end. Here, let's try editing. Overlay first 5. What does that mean? That means at the top here, the first 5 are going to be shown at the top. You can pick how many you want to be featured. The maximum is 5. And then just write them in your view of what's important. But you'd put them in this way, and it's just dropping the line. So just type the name, and you can give it a different name, you see? Subscribe for your daily show. We did that one. We could have just said join our YouTube channel, whatever we choose to call it. For Twitter, it can just stay Twitter, or you can call it whatever. So just make it whatever name you want to call it, and then just paste the link in there, hit done, and it's finished. When you start, you won't have all these. It's as simple as just clicking add, and then just keep putting them down. So
I want to say a special thank you to Sweet Sounds ASMR, who purchased our Blue Range Group socks.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we
Cool.
can't wait for the selfie if you can when you get them. Thank you. You're awesome.
Really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. So yeah, I think that kind of covers that one. That's pretty much the main things. I always say about playlists, but we'll get into them more after. It's good that you have playlists there. Now you got to start really creating your own playlist, though. That's a huge, huge thing. So, alrighty.
Yeah, Snoopy Eats says I still have to make a trailer and into my details, but my channel has come a long way. I agree.
I was wondering why all of our stuff was on there. I wouldn't click back on ours by accident. So I'm like, I was trying to be polite. I'm like, why does he have so much of our stuff? I'm honored, but
well,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. But
don't mind the odd
right.
sharing, but yeah, we care enough about your channels to tell you, definitely,
Yeah.
put some of your own out there too. So, oh. Yeah, no, I think that's about it for now. But definitely do your about section right away. It really needs it. And that's what I would do. Start bringing back to the look that you got in your thumbnails and bring it up to your banner as well. That would be the biggest. Anything else you want to add, hon?
No, I liked what you said at the beginning. People are discussing the thumbnails as well. Lots of people like them. Just the general look in general about, the host and like just they like in general how it looks. Lots of suggestions about making the live stream, the second one, the same way, kind of like the rest of them are, and things like that. Some discussion about use of cannabis across the world.
Yeah.
And things like that.
But that's good. That's what they're there for. They know that they're it's sparking conversation.
Exactly, and that's what I like about his show is because there is lots of them now. People that are using cannabis, and they have a YouTube platform as well as any other category.
Right.
But I find his is also very educational, so you
It
don't
is.
have to be using to watch it. It's actually educates a lot about it as well.
And it walks that middle ground because it's good to, like us. That's why, you know, like we'll take like the wheel and stuff. It's good to have a fun side plus an education side.
Yeah.
There's nothing greater than when people are learning and they're having fun doing it. We're always going to be a little bit like kids. We like that kind of mix. Cool outdoors. How are you doing this evening?
And Marcel
see
is
you.
going and grabbing his cup, his Blue Ranch cup of coffee. That is
Aw.
awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, please no asking for picking. It's going to be at random, and the less you ask, the more chances usually it's going to be that
Yes.
you're going to be picked. So please don't. And thank you, Gatorbyte, for removing the comments, because we'll have to remove them if you do. That's kind of like spamming. We're trying to be nice, but
Thank you, friend. Unbox. You're so sweet to us.
Thunderfield, hello and welcome here. Lakeshore Paranormal, hello as well.
Life with Melissa. How are you doing tonight? Great to see you. Great to see you. She said hi, lovies. That's why I mixed it when we were scrolling down.
Huntsman.
How are you? How are
Huntsman
you?
does not educate, but I do have fun. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Survival.
Mm.
My God, maybe just by watching them, I'm going to be able to survive in the wilderness. Who knows? You never know. You step off the path and you're out there.
You're welcome, cannabis. We're not putting too much pressure on you. You can handle this, no problem. You got this. So. Doing the right thing. I love that. Doing mukbangs.
Andrew drinks it without sugar, and I have double usually.
Yeah.
Unless it's a really good coffee. If it's something very good, then black coffee.
Double, unless it changed recently, was kind of a Canadian's expression. So another striking hot day here. Definitely wasn't.
Which
that
I
either.
have started using since I became Canadian.
Yes, that's right. I'm just telling because we have some people that aren't from. Okay.
Two coffees.
Yeah, so the two doubles and no, because we get that sometimes and they ask what a double is. So
Okay.
just clarify. Love you on live stream, especially on these long, boring days. So I'm glad we can fill up the long, boring days for you. So, loves when you look at channels. Oh, thank you so much. Well, that's what we're here for. It's great to do it. Here, you pick the next one.
No, I'm good.
No,
I'm in
Your
the
honors,
chat.
ladies, honor, ladies. There you go. Because I pick them all the time. So
Well, I don't like.
just click
picking
up here
anything.
first, just so we make sure we get the right window. Let's see what she picks, folks.
Okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes, pick on something where it lands.
It's gonna keep scrolling by.
Mark Horn. There you go.
Mark Horn. There you go. Mark Horn is up.
So how do you do that?
You're playing with me, aren't you? I've become a sport. Mark Horn, guys, is up next. I'm just loading them up right now. Let's take a look for Mark Horn. Full browser feature.
For those of you that don't know, Mark Horn is Little Llama's Laura brother. And he's a very talented musician, by the way. We rated one of his live streams, and I was stunned by his singing. I was pleasantly surprised.
He's a really nice guy too, and it's great to have you in here. I know it's late for you. I thought you were going to do some reviewing. I thought that's what I was saying.
No, I just was introducing.
Okay, no, it's all up to you. So here you go. I'm going to give you a chance. We're going to go back and forth. So.
Okay, so Andrew's giving me the chance.
Oh, God.
Let's see how long it lasts. Okay.
So, anyways, what I was saying.
So you do have here you have a Reaper challenge, which is very, very it's a good clickbait video, but I would say right away to anybody that the make sure that the videos that you feature are recent. Especially if they are a year ago, even if they have thousands of views, it's better to feature something on the top of the page that is more recent, especially if people are looking at it through your phone. They don't scroll too much down. They might think that your channel is not current anymore, or that there haven't been any new uploads. So I would suggest changing the featured video here to something that is more current maybe. If you don't have a channel trailer, just maybe the newest or one of the popular newer videos would be great to be featured there. Then we also always talk about the uploads playlist on the homepage, and that's something that we suggest to do for everybody.
Have a good night, Karen. Sweet dreams.
What you basically do, you create your own custom playlist and call it Mark Korn Uploads. Add all of your videos, just like mimicking this playlist, just that would be custom made, and feature that playlist instead here. And that would definitely generate more views and watch time for your channel and your videos, which what we are going for at the end of this. The same goes with popular uploads. You can call them Mark Korn popular uploads if you want, or just Mark Korn popular, but something that is custom made, because that allows you not only to include your channel name in it, but also a description that would contain like keywords related to your channel. Either it is about your vlogs or your singing, you would put that in the description as well, which would make it much more pleasant look on the homepage in general and better for search.
Hi there, Joyce. How are you? I have no keyboard, so I'm just...
and you have oh, you want me to click in here?
No, because then you're gonna go. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Yeah. So that's definitely something that we have.
Yeah, this is not working. Sorry. I thought we could do this
so
like this.
This lasted. What, 60 seconds? So definitely my suggestion would be to work on your homepage to make it more current and more visually great looking for people that would land the first time at your page.
I do apologize here. I can jump over the page. About section?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Mark Korn makes reaction, conspiracy, and live stream videos on various topics. He also follows time travel news. Yeah, that is great, but it gives again a very vague description about what your channel is about. We always suggest to make it the first 200 characters, which would be 1 or 2 sentences. Make the very essence what your channel is about, and think in the realm of the keywords that would work for your channel. Things like reaction, conspiracy, live stream videos, they are keywords, but they are too broad range for the size of channels that we all are here. What it means that although people search for those things on YouTube, there's very little percentage that your videos or live streams are actually gonna end up in those first pages of their search results, or that they get discovered by suggested videos under these categories, just because of the size of the channels, again, that we all are here. So what you want to go for is go within those categories, but go a little bit more specific. So let's say your live stream videos contain your guitar playing, so you can define them like that. You know, I play guitar. You can put a make of it live during my live stream videos, and discuss what kind of reaction videos. Not just reaction videos, but what kind of reaction videos you're talking about, right? Or conspiracy, what kind of conspiracy theories you're talking about. So make it more specific and try to put it in those first 2 sentences that are going to be the most important in all of your about section. And not to drag it all the way through, just wanted to add that instead of adding handles under Get Social, add those as a clickable links. And if Andrew would scroll down, I would be able to see if it's there or not. Yes, you already have them there. So just delete those handles from the About description section and leave it as it is for the clickable links. You don't need to double up on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
You can go ahead with videos or playlists. It's up to you, sir. By the way, Mark Korn is just 10 away from 800. And you have plenty of playlists here as well, so that going back to your homepage gives you a great possibility to choose what playlist to feature, but definitely create descriptions to your playlists. That's definitely something that would make them more work for your channel, because playlists actually work pretty good getting more views. And lots of people say, well, I need more views, you know, I have subscribers but I don't have as much views as I would want to. well, that's something that you definitely can do in order to increase your views and discoverability as well. And you already are halfway there. You already created playlists. All you have to do is just optimize them the same as we optimize videos. And now if we go over to the video section of Mark Korn channel, I love that you have changed your thumbnails, and I wanted to say that once I seen it your homepage right away. That is so cool. You're featuring you know, it's faces or like a car, Michael Jackson, but something that is related to the video, against a bold color background. It's a cutout style. I like it. I really do. Maybe in some of the instances I would consider making the writing a little bit bigger, yet you want to make sure it doesn't cover your face, because that doesn't let AI to discover it as a face. So kind of, but otherwise I like it. Try to make them more like, I would change the one with the light blue maybe, just to make them look like the other ones. So go with like 3 colors maybe at the most for the background, you know. So green, blue, red, let's say, okay. But then, so they have the same style. And I know you kind of were trying to mirror Simpsons there, but unless you see the title, you don't really know that, right? So yeah, I would just leave it as blue maybe. So yeah, but I love it. I love that you're doing that. I really do. I think it changes your channel right away.
No, definitely. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's a look changing right away there.
Very nice. No, I always kind of like the combination of the couple of them. I usually wouldn't say that. I don't know.
I like it. Yeah, I just would change the one with the Simpsons avatar competition draw. And I know why they're different, but you know, as a separate video it works. But when you look at it as a whole for the branding, it doesn't anymore.
And that was my thing. I was gonna at first, because what I was gonna say at the end was to take out some of the colors and maybe just limit it to the 2. But now the more I'm looking at it, the green, the blue, the purple,
block of colors.
I wouldn't add any more colors to it. I think then it would go too far.
Yeah.
Keep it like that, and maybe just keep doing them in order like that. You know.
I like it. I really do, and I think it really does give that fresh look to it. So, homepage, your about section, playlist descriptions, something to work on, and hopefully you feel a little bit better.
Yes. Oh. And you're on the right track. You're doing very well. So it is a cool page. So head to go, guys. It's always nice to. Nicole D, not a problem, and you know how it works. Anytime you can make it, it's a great time to have you. So I hope you have a good evening. Thank you so much for coming.
3 a.m. Sounds, hello, and welcome to our channel here.
Let's see here. There we go. There.
Yes, please don't ask for channel reviews. It's definitely random. I just clicked on something randomly while my eyes were closed, so it's it's literally very random. You know, for
myself, when I'm picking, it's literally who's ever up in the first half of the page when it's time to look. That's pretty much what it's based on too. That's it's not much of a search criteria, but that's why it's random. Again, that's as random as we can make it. This one is up in that part, but I am picking this one specifically because I don't think we've ever, or maybe once, been on the wheel a long time ago. Yes, I think. And that's Terrell's artwork channel, who's even changed the banner. That is, I kind of like it.
Yeah, we always like simple and plain, because that's what looks more elegant.
That looks really cool, actually.
It does. I wonder if it's on mobile. It actually shows the Terrell's, maybe Terrell. Did you on purpose made it so it doesn't show up? Also on mobile, it's only artwork channel, or does it show up the whole way? Because it looks to me that only the middle would show up, not the whole banner.
Death Spader, how are you? Good to see you. Let's take a little dive further into Terrell's. And this one, guys, I'm doing this because, like I say, Terrell's been with us since the beginning. I'm trying to get Terrell as some support, because he does all these things for us and never asks us for anything. And we're sometimes always, I think, we'll say when we're done, did we even thank Terrell for tonight for everything he did? So I just want to give a little shout out to Terrell at the same time. Our original wrench, back when there was no wrenches, there was Terrell, and I can't ask for much more than that. That really means a lot this day. This much we've gone through and still here. Really, truly means a lot. Let's take a look at your About section. My name is Terrell Emerson, and I do drawings, paintings, and more. Yeah, Terrell, we got to get you to thicken up that some and pad it up more. It definitely needs a little more into it. Yeah, some more about you, but what you do. Let's look at your drawings for a second. You know, you kind of cover the gamut, and that's what's cool. And I guess you would really be wanting to tap into the sketch community. Be your there is a big community into it. But also he could almost kind of tap into like drawing therapy and stuff like that and all those things, you know, and that's got a very, very dedicated mark, kind of like ASMR, like it's got a very
yes, that would be definitely something to go into, especially since it's trending now a lot.
Yeah,
and I mean already doing it, so it's just the presentation, you know, how to present it, but the content really is the same.
And your sketches, you can almost do your sketches, but still have like kind of the same background and like lighten them up, but still be able to feature it some way. You know, like keep the sketch feel of it and that. Because you got some amazing drawings. You'd almost like maybe not make them the full page, but like, you know, I'm thinking kind of almost your iconic drawing here, but cut out around it. Use the background of it. Have you on one side and the drawing on the other, like kind of crop down a bit. Still like on a white background, not crop around it, but like just the edges and that. Power lines, that would be an interesting drawing. That'd be really interesting, actually. God, that's a ton of lines.
Oh, look at those glasses. I love that.
Yeah, the perspective. But I'd definitely do that, and just... because I see what you're doing now, and you're bringing out, you're making the badge onto it. Just make sure that your name is still very visible in that. See, it is common here amongst all these, and that's good. But I could almost see you making this picture your brand. That you could almost take this picture. I don't know how big the original one is. I'm guessing pretty big because I'm assuming it's one of the ones you sketched. I've always assumed. Take off the background and almost have it in the banner, in there. Leave it the way it is there. But use the background colors for it that you have on your banner, and then integrate it into your avatar, and then integrate it into your thumbnails. And of you, keep that background color, keep it simple, and just feature your drawings. And you'd have this whole like an artwork series almost you'd be creating for yourself. That's just
and it would tie in the personal branding into it as well, which is really cool for artists. That's exactly what we like would be great to go with,
and really target the therapy artwork session, the therapy sketching set niche in that.
And like I said, you don't even have to change anything in the content. It's just the way it's presented, the way you talk, like, you know, title it and all of that, but the content itself is the same, really.
Because you got a lot of work into it, and you know, if you're to do all them, imagine like on your homepage, make a couple of playlists that are all featuring them down here. It would be unbelievable to see them laid out. The King 8:14 timestamp on this live stream.
He said that we sound like we're in a timeout. So I asked, do we need a little pep?
Oh God, I'm already.
So I guess that's where we should look for it.
So yeah, Terrell, that's what I'd say about it. I just mostly brought Terrell because I just wanted to bring a quick one up and say, guys, show Terrell's artwork channel some love. Terrell's been so good to us, and it's a true unsung hero, if you may. And we really appreciate everything Terrell's done for us since the beginning. Just a little bit there. So let's see. I'm just letting them pass through here. Let's see.
Wanted to ask you something. Can I ask you?
Sure.
We're talking about banners here since we talked about Terrell. And I always ask about using the templates and transparency. But what you do, you actually do a black black squares, right?
Yeah.
Where it's outside of the realms of the mobile phone.
I go a tiny bit over the lines, wherever the guidelines are in the template.
Yeah.
I'll go a little bit wider, but just maybe add like a ½ inch to each side, just to give it a bit of play. And then the rest is all black. I'll put it on top of it.
There you go. So I just wanted to, to explain that. It's going to be easier than me trying to say it. Thank you.
No problem. I mean, that's just my way of doing it. Because, yeah, to find an image that works for the whole size, plus to make something work proper in the banner, I just find it better to do it that way. One of those teach their own, but I know that, Terrell. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's humbling, and we're honored. I'll tell you, it does mean a lot to us. I hope you know that. So,
Yes.
I just wanted to reiterate that. Marissa, oh my God, Lou Rock, how are you? Good to see you. How you doing tonight? We're just grabbing channels here at random and stuff like that. Not too much. What about you? How you doing? It's good to see you. We have Jelly's Journeys, and I always worry. I hope I pronounce your name right, because that's what it looks like it should be. That's what I think it should be. And then every time I get a bit hesitant at the end, I get trigger shy. So I hope I'm right. The Mitten Dad, how are you? Really good to see you. Good to see you. How do you stop those stupid things from popping up? Just a second, guys. I don't know. I hate those things.
Yeah, I know. There's no way of disabling them. I don't know.
Another well thought out YouTube implemented thing gone totally wrong. Let's see here, guys. Let's try again. So it's nice to have you here. I know we've just met each other recently. I'm going to take a look. I want to go right to your about section. See, let's talk travel. Welcome to my travel. Welcome to my travel. Here I'm going to be sharing all of my journeys with you. This is a family-friendly channel you can visit from different places. Okay, mostly Disney. Already sharing my journey. Okay. I'm going to do my iconic thing that I always show. I'm going to type one letter in the chat, and this is what I'm always doing J for some reason. I know the natural go here. I want to do V this time. This is what 200 characters looks like. It's not much, and 200 characters is what you got for your initial pitch to YouTube, to the algorithm, and to anybody who joins. You see those V's down there? That's the size of it. And in that place, you got to be able to say, this channel is about this and this. We do this and show you more about that. This is what we do. That's it in a nutshell. So what you want to do is, here's like, say you take the first 2 lines, but you got to rewrite what's there. It's great that you introduce yourself. I mean, that's a normal thing we all do. When we meet somebody, we say hello. The algorithm, I wish it would understand that better, but it doesn't. It just needs right there and then the meat and the bones. We're a channel that loves to travel and go to Disney and all these things that you do, and we upload once a week, and we're this and that, and that's it. Then the next, always a space. I can never say that enough to everybody. Always a space between your paragraphs. Then the next one, and always then going maximum 3 lines, unless there's just like 1 or 2 words at the end to finish it. But go into more about what you just said in those first 2 lines. You can kind of introduce yourself a little bit there, but I mean, oh my God, those things are driving me up the wall. There's got to be a way to get them to stop.
Yeah, if you click in it so it shows like red, that's the only way.
Yeah, but I got to catch them on the floor.
I know.
That's the thing. And just space them out. And once again, I point to ours, but I mean, you can do yours your way. But if you're not sure, at least this gives you a bit of an idea of what you got to say. Of course, write it your own way and fill in with your own blank. You're going to lose a lot of search terms in there. And once again, terms like Disney and that are huge. You're competing with, well, you know, some of the Disney channels you're into it alone, how big they can be. Finds, I'm going to let Xenia tell that one more because she's really, but find more in the middle ground. I always try to think of is not, don't take on the one word one. If you just type in Disney, that's the big stuff. You're done. But also don't pick out the most minuscule little thing you can think of. So.
Well, I'm not very familiar with your channel, but for you, what you would do is you would think what your videos majority are about. And I'm just putting it out of the blue now, okay? Not knowing what your content is. But either are those Disney store haul reviews, or Disney store hauls, or are you talking about the rides? Are you talking about travel? Like what exactly are you talking about? Because Disney is a huge thing, right? There's so many things. And then within those categories, what exactly your videos are about. So kind of try to make it more and more focused and more precise. So Disney is a huge thing, like the planet Earth. Then we go down to the continents, to the countries, to the town and to the village. Well, you need that town, village level keywords, not the globe and not the continent type of keywords, right? Because they're too big. They're not going to be caught by AI, or by YouTube algorithm in order to be suggested.
Oh my God.
And then you can go and research those keywords. You can look what is trending and make your videos according to that, like do kind of reverse thing with Disney. Check what is trending for the time. For example, I know and I just heard that Disney just upped their rates for the popular dates like Thanksgiving, March break, and so on. They hiked their rates. It's going to start in September. So that's something that is trending about Disney now. So I would suggest making a video about that, right? And things like that. Research what is trending about that subject. Make it very precise, very niche within Disney, and then try to focus just on that, at least at the beginning, to let your channel bigger boost on that. And you definitely need social media there as well, because that's something that is very hard to grow without on YouTube. You need to put your own videos out there and also let your viewers know to get it out there as well. And it's easier to do if you have your social media there, so you can be tagged there.
Dole Whip Dad, dropping the Disney knowledge. Love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, a Dolly Bad Dad probably would be a better place to go to ask about exact Disney knowledge. But what it is at the end, guys, it doesn't really matter if your channel is about Disney, cars, food, or anything else. It matters the bare bones about making your channel work is the same practically in everything. It differs between vlogging, between video content mostly, and live stream content mostly. That's where the slight differences are. But at the bare core is the same for everybody, no matter what category you are in. And then we can go individually into keywords and things like that. Then yes, but first gotta fix up the bare bones, so to say. Aerial landscapes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. I know you don't have too many yet, if I remember right. But you got enough. You wouldn't think of it right there. You could probably easily do minimum 3 playlists, and that's 3 playlists you could get on your homepage. You can reuse the same videos in different ones. The biggest one right away, then if you don't have any, is to start off. Unless you have them, you're not featuring them. Oh yeah, you do already. Halloween party, Disney. Yeah, get those on your homepage. But don't share other people's playlists on your homepage. Don't feature other channels on your homepage. That's yours. That's what you do. That's your place to sell you. And I use that example. You never walk into McDonald's to see Harvey's and Wendy's menus and their posters. It's okay to be good to other channels. Make a playlist with all of them if you want. That's fine. But the homepage should be for you. And that's because imagine if you have all this work into it and somebody looks down below and goes, oh, that's a cool video. They're not even half the time reading. They click on somebody else's and poof, they're gone. So feature what you got. You can make a couple out of it. Now's the time, though. I hope you'll start to build a brand. And you seem to have a focus on where you want to go. And once again, I always say, once you're done the About section, really gone over it, you're going to have a very good idea what you got to do to finish off your brand. Because you know yourself better. It's like an audit of what you're doing. And figuring out, does this make sense? And you got to specify more and pick something. It's okay to do some other thing if you want. Like say you do... I don't know. You talk about you're a bushcrafting channel and you do bushcraft, but guess what? Once a week on Fridays, you like to live stream yourself on the PS4 for a couple hours. Well, your main focus is bushcrafting, and then that night with the gaming, if someone wants to join in or not. But you wouldn't focus on the gaming part of it. You would focus on the bushcrafter. So that's what you got to settle out now once and for all, where you stand and where you want to go. And from there, build the rest of your brand up. It's a great shot that you got, but it's more of a generic shot. It needs your brand onto it. It needs something that punches, that right away people know that it's you. And with Disney, we're talking about the greatest brand that ever existed, so we can take a page out of their books. That's, I mean, where do you go in Disneyland that you don't know that you're in Disneyland? And you want the same for your channel. Wherever you go, wherever somebody goes in your channel, you want them to know they're on Jelly's Journeys with no mistakes into it. And if they see a suggested video in the 20 beside it, you want them to be able to look without even batting an eye and click on it, because you know why? They know it's Jelly's Journeys, and that's what they're going for. So that would be the biggest thing of all, is now really bringing home that brand. And only start with your banner, because from your banner, your avatar will fall into place, which will fall into place into your thumbnails. Great shot of you. It's good if you're going to be a lot in the camera. It's great to have a picture of you at the top. Work it into it. Find a picture that you can use in a lot of them, like in your avatar, your banner that match, or sometimes your same clothing but different pose or something like that. It's okay to get a friend over and retake some shots, you know, the shoot towards thinking of what you want your banner to look like. Anything with faces does well. It really does. Just make sure it's done well, because as a side note to anybody, please watch where you're cutting around yourselves. There's no big jagged edges and stuff, because as much as we're drawn in to look at people, we're also then going to notice mistakes very, very quickly. And one that I see happening a decent amount is jagged edges cut around. It's got to be cut properly. Most of them have a bezel tool, and that's where you click the lines and go around the actual body and contour it. And you just do an outline roughly, and then you go back and you can adjust them, pull them inside out. Nothing in life is straight. Everything in life has curves. Everything has imperfections. So in like a shirt, you'll have your sleeve, and coming down you'll have like little lumps, you know, as it's bunched up a bit. Go up around those. Make sure you do them nice. Make sure there's no background showing through. It takes extra time. If you're shooting on your hair, try to keep it in a way that's not like puffed up spite or like wind blown, where you see a lot of the background through, because that takes a lot more knowledge of a program to be able to get rid of that. It's quite hard, actually. So I hate doing it for the record. So try to shoot yourself too on a neutral background that's very easy. If you have green, say a green shirt on, don't go in the back of like a light green one. Find something with a high contrast, so it's easier for it to pick out. If you're using one of the automated programs that can find boundaries for you to get started, at least then it won't give it such a dirty edge. So
yeah. Ingov, hello, good to see you. And thank you so much for the super chat for 3B Production and Co.
Oh, thank
you so much. I do appreciate that. Destination Chronicles said one of my videos that does well has my dog's face on it. Yeah, people love that. Cats, dogs.
Yep. It's faces. We're still looking at them, and that, I mean, an animal is a great thing. Animal, children, you know, stuff like that. Right?
Positive emotions.
Yes. Children getting a bit harder now with the way things are going on YouTube,
yes.
Unfortunately. So that one.
So stick with adults and animals.
Yes, exactly.
That would probably be better.
Up until recently, that would have been the opposite answer.
Yes.
We said get a kid in there whenever possible. That's how quickly things. You're going to do that. Anybody who follows for a while can come back and say, hey, wait a minute. You told us 3 months ago to do this. Now you're saying that. And that's the honest truth. That's why we've redone all of our thumbnails a couple of times and our descriptions of that, because things have come. Like when we do our interviews, we have like about the person and the person's name on season episode of Tube Life presented by Puša Studios. Last spring, it was the complete polar opposite. It was Puša Studios presents Tube Life with da-da-da-da, whatever we want to say about them and that. So things change on here. Algorithms change, and there's no roadmap comes with it. So sometimes we have to, anyone missing the echo.
Casey Green, hello.
Simply Shannon. Then you get the double one. Simply Shannon. I think Xenia was just trying to say, where's the horn? She'd like to hear the horn again, I think. Oh my God. Guys, don't forget, please, to hit the like button, all that good stuff. We know it's very slow on YouTube, but we just keep on trucking along. You know, everybody's feeling the pinch. Everybody's talking about it. And if we don't hit it tonight, we'll hit it with you guys. You know, we always do, and that's cool. So,
The early kid in hello, how are you doing today? Please use a horn.
please use the horn. Who said that?
No, nobody.
Oh, currency vlogs.
Nobody was saying anything.
Well,
Whip Dad didn't say that either.
I don't know. The currency vlogs made a very good argument for it.
And you missed Sticky Buds, Bass Camo says.
There you go.
Octave Duggan, hello. Presence of the Unknown, hello as well.
Good to see you. Good to see
Yes, thumbnails, of course, is the key. Thumbnails and
Yes.
titles, and especially thumbnails now, since the titles are only visible when you hover over the thumbnail, for sure. But we always reiterate that everything is important. Why? Because every little piece is important in the big puzzle picture. And even if one puzzle piece is missing, the picture is still not going to be complete. So you do need to work on all of them, even though the thumbnails and titles are the most important ones.
Oh.
Yes, for sure.
Frangie
Frangie,
Unboxing.
thank you.
You're too kind to us, but thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. And it's so great having you guys in here. Thank you so much. Like, we still can't believe these are the people that did a selfie of their engagement. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I love their hashtag, unbox your personality. I love it.
That's really catchy. When you guys have a time, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Party Source reviews. How are you?
How are you doing?
Good to see you.
So good to see you. Wow.
Well, I wasn't gonna blow the horn again, but I mean, we do have Party Source in here. It's not a party without a horn. Yay, Party Source. Good to see you.
Jelly is asking, is there a way to hide my playlists? I want to save those videos for me, although I had them hidden. I thought I had them hidden. Yes, of course. You just put them in private. You can put private playlists. You can make as many playlists you want. Like we have private playlists where we add videos that we want to watch later, like during the live streams. If we catch something, we can't watch it right away, and that's something that you can do as well.
I keep forgetting to say that to people too. I realize that now. I'm just thinking, but you ever do that? Somebody says something, you think back, like, God, I've never told them the last 10 times to make it private if they want.
That's right. Yeah. So if you want to make a private playlist and add videos that you want to watch but don't have time for now, but you want to watch them later, that's something you can do. You can also privatize the already public playlist. Just click on the edit button and make them private, and that's as easy as that. Just one click. So you can do that. Yeah, she wasn't aware that those are visible publicly.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So we're so sorry for exposing them even more, but that's the way you can do it. It's just very easy and takes a minute to do.
Sorry about that. Just Living. Android changed my About section and I added one playlist, so I'm working on it. I love it. Congratulations, Just Living. Hey, I wanted to pay off for you. I'm hoping you'll come back and say, you know what, we're getting views through the roof now, and that would make me the happiest person on earth. So,
3B Production, any advice for horror channels? Yes, I know that lots of graphic pictures and even titles have been demonetized or partially monetized now because of the guidelines. You gotta try and title it. First of all, title it very mildly. So you come up with your own title that you wanted, and then you try to use synonyms. So instead of a word kill or murder, you find something that would like get rid of or put down in earth. Like you try to use different expressions that to us as humans would mean the same thing, but to AI it wouldn't make sense separately. And that have worked to the channels that we have talked with that have paranormal or horror background. And the same goes with the thumbnails. You can still put like a gore images in it. Just make sure that there is not a lot of blood around and not a lot of weapons that are visible, and that should get you through pretty easy as well. So that's kind of two things to look for that you can control. As for the content, I mean, if that's something that you were doing before, you just gotta wait through the storm. But the title and thumbnails, you can hack the algorithm, so to say, at least for now, for that.
Hundreds for you. That was a long one. Wow. Yeah, we were asking for a different horn, so.
And Vazarex finally did a better description, and the early kitten says not to use emojis to replace words because AI reads what the word means. Exactly.
This is true.
Very, very true. Great suggestion as well. Yeah, so that's about horror and paranormal channels. I know that's a lot. There has been a lot of feedback because of that, but just gotta find a way to work around it for now.
I couldn't find a spooky sound. That's what I was looking for at first.
Any advice for a gamer, Andrew? Well, I covered horror channels. What would you suggest for a gamer channel in such a saturated market?
Use everything you got at your arsenal and make sure you're as unique as they come, because you got your work cut out for you. It's a very lucrative market. It's the most saturated market on YouTube, and all those things combined. There's a reason why it's the most saturated, because it's the most lucrative. It's like anything else. You better stand out from the crowd. We always bring out, like, I Pick My Butt as a great example of that. So
yeah.
It shows something like a thumbnails, anything that just makes you avoid showing full screen shots of games and covers. I know they look fantastic. I know the artwork is supreme. Problem is, everybody is doing it. You include it, but you got to find a way to work it in and make it your own. You really have to, or you're just gonna get lost in the mix. Events are a great thing. Creating events, creating gaming events on your channel, competitions, all that stuff.
I would suggest if you do live stream, definitely try interact with your viewers as well. That seems to work well. So don't just play a game, interact with the chat at the same time.
I was going to get to that, like with Ray Kid is a great example of that. He plays for hours and he's constantly just talking through it, keeping that bond going. And sometimes your gameplay might slip. I've seen him like get killed because he's talking to people, but he realizes how much the communication is just as important as wowing people with the unless he gets into a serious event, like, a couple of minutes, like, he might back for a second, but he still talks aloud what he's thinking, and that he never goes dead. That's I would say.
And if you still don't have Discord, please do, because if you are a gamer, you should have your own server and be very active in the servers of your game, because that's the way you get your audience to come to your YouTube. So if you don't have it, definitely do. Ingaf asked, what do you think about the text on thumbnails?
Very limited and very impactful.
But there.
Because right now, that's the thing that a lot of the big ones. Remember when we used to do these just 2 months ago, and everybody would say, well, Casey Neistat just shows a picture of himself. Would say, yeah, but Casey Neistat's got brand power and all that stuff. He still does in a way. But some of the ones in the middle now that we're kind of running on that idea are actually even getting into putting text back, because at the end, the suggested videos, there's no more text. There's nothing unless, and there's no title or nothing, and unless you put them on over, that's the only way you're gonna see it. So you got to leave something for them to go, but don't write the story. It's got to be impactful, and it's got to be short, very short.
Yeah, so maybe 1-2 words that describe your video content, so to say, like a punch word, a keyword, or something.
I always say when you're doing your thumbnails, it's going to look big, unless you're on a phone. Even on a phone, though, you're going to be the full size. You got to zoom it in and out. Zoom it out every couple of steps. Can I see what? Zoom it out to the size of a thumbnail, you're going to see it in the end. Can I see what's there? Is the message coming out that's there? That's really important. Play with your hues and saturations more. You get a little more leeway. You can't turn somebody to get them that carrot color, but don't be shy to boost the saturation a bit more than you would with an 8x10. That way they'll punch it. Same with your words. Make them crisp, contrasting color. White is pretty much the standard thing, which is so funny because when I first got into everything, white was the last color you'd ever touch, but now it is. Because people are doing so much on their phones on the fly, same as the white outline around when they cut people out. My God, years ago, they would nail you to a cross if they see you do something like that. Times have changed. People are literally shooting videos and editing them and uploading them before they even get home. They go out skateboarding. They're sitting down talking to everybody, and they're literally editing video, putting together, cutting, because phones become so powerful. That's why all those things exist. Make sure there's depth and everything in words of them, and keep them short, but keep them drawing the same kind of. You want them to have the same kind of lure that your title would have, just in less words. It's tricky, but it can be done.
There was from Amy was a question: if somebody doesn't have a bubbly personality, how would you go with interaction in videos or live streams? Like,
well,
can't come up with how to interact if you don't have it in you.
I mean, in the end, you got to realize something. This is a hard thing. I mean, some people just don't do well with live streams. Some don't do well in videos. Some don't do well in vlogs. Everybody has their high spot. If somebody wants it enough, they're going to come through to it. But you can't become somebody you're not either. And that doesn't mean you can't do it. I mean, I would take your personality. Like we always say, Xenia and I are the same here as we're off camera, and that. Same as when I went to visit Roger from Canadian Drone Hub. You know, he's still the same person, on or off. When Xenia and I are on, something that we might just say, like, I don't know. We put it on a little bit thicker. You know, you'll probably say, like, I don't know. You know, we're doing little things like that, but it's not. It's just accentuating what your character already is. It hasn't changed the message you would say. You just kind of put a little more emphasis on the high parts. That's that. There is show production in everything we do. Of course. I mean, everybody has to. But you can't become somebody else, because audience have become too savvy these days, and they'll pick up onto it. People would rather you not be so bubbly and see that honest expression in your face versus you come out really bubbly and it being very fake. You know, and in the end, whether it's video, live stream, vlogs, whatever, even if you don't have yourself into it, even if it's just trees in the wind, literally, you want your audience to emotionally connect with that. That's the goal of what we're all doing here, is to make something that people emotionally connect with. And that gets lost here sometimes, but that's the most important thing. Tonight, the first channel we had on the Cannabis Show, I emotionally connect with these guys. That's why I wanted to bring them up, because it's a niche that most people would not think of at first. But they're funny and kind, and they kind of got like the odd couple when they're together, and they play off each other and all those things, and they work hard at trying to build a show and get better and better, but not lose themselves into it and like, we're here to talk about. They don't do that because that's not them, and that's what you want, and that's why I like it. That's why I go back. Stuff that people do in here. That's Dole Whip Dad is a great example of that. Okay, Dole Whip Dad, I go in and I know Dole Whip Dad is no different when that camera goes off. He can have his moments where he's upset because he's human. That's got nothing to do with it. We're talking about your general core values and character. And that's in you no matter what you do. And when you feel that with somebody, you connect, you feel like you know that they've given you a little bit of themselves. And when they do, it's like when you meet somebody in the street versus, hey, and they're off, or they start telling you about kind of the day they had, or they have a doll, or show you some family photos. It's a bond. And once somebody's bonded with you, that's the beginning to having a long-term follower. And before we did live streams, I gotta say, this guy's the greatest compliment I ever got, and I'm trying to remember who said it right now. Those of you who follow me from back then, I do a decent amount of train videos, and I did one of the Montreal city trains here. I always wanted to shoot one like they do in Europe, because they put a lot more emphasis on their city trains. I wanted to shoot kind of a commercial version of that. And somebody wrote underneath, you have such a great way of telling a story without using words. And to me, that will go down in history as probably my favorite comment of all time, because that meant what? It meant they got it. They see what I was trying to do, and they emotionally connected with it. That's the ultimate goal. So, bear yourself, be true to yourself. Oh, Zimmer, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. And apparently, Zimmer is also a brother for Mark Korn, which also makes him a brother for little Mama Laura.
Oh, how cool is that? Nice to. I love it.
Establish the family trees here.
This is awesome. Yeah, no, that is really cool.
Thank you so much. We have Philip Cochran just joined us as well as Creaky is here.
Philip is a guy who's really developed a voice. We kind of, you know, when you're doing everything, you sometimes lose. So we don't, this is proof, even Phil, we know since the beginning, we don't get to watch what everybody does. He knows that more than anybody. That's why I appreciate him so much. And I was back after a bit, and I'm watching his videos, and man, he's come along. I compare him to CBC News, like in the middle where they do those human interest stories. And it's so he's a great guy, but he's become so engaging on the camera. Like I loved it, and he's not on it most of the time. It's just him voicing as he's shooting these things, you know. And that's that emotional connection. Once again, it is everything, folks. It really is. When Xenia and I got going, Puša Studios, this name is known, but I mean, the emotional connection comes to Andrew and Xenia. And that's where long-term followers come from, is from that. So there's a reason why we're always thanking you guys, and every time you give us a compliment, giving you one back, and the it was always to build more of an emotional commitment, if you will, with each other. Because when we have that, and like you guys now, you share some things with us. We get emails and letters on top of what's said in the chat that just blows me away, that people feel comfortable enough and warm enough with us to share those things. I mean, you can't put a price on that. You really can't. Alan's Beer and Gaming, great to see you again. Nice to see you back. Welcome.
And I also wanted to mention...
so have a good night, friend.
Have a good night. Wanted to mention that Ingaf is actually taking part in the Moments short film competition. So if you want to go and check that out there. Mini movie video is featured on their YouTube channel as well. And I also wanted to shout out Jaded Diva, who had changed their channel name. I seen that on Twitter. So let me get back to it and see. I think he combined together now both of his channels, where's the Vintage Finds and his beer reviews. And that's what I seen. Jaded Diva Antiques Vintage Thrift is a new name. So guys, go check that out as well. One of our past guests, amazing personality, Jaded Diva.
Just Living. What was that? Sorry, guys. Okay, good. We heard something fall from our daughter's room, and it was kind of loud, so we just wanted to make sure it wasn't her. Sorry about that. Sorry, my heart kind of went up my chest for a sec. Sorry, guys. Like I say, this isn't fake. We are a real family, and these things do come up. Oh, you're transferring videos as we speak. That's very cool, Jaded. Excellent stuff. And Just Living, before I forget, you can find all of our contact information on our homepage. Just go to view email address, and we're right there. And yeah, sure, don't be shy. Definitely love to talk. It's bookpushastudios@gmail.com, but you can find it there. So. And do I have it in the... Do I have it? Because I'm usually posting it. I didn't put... Oh, no, I didn't have room. That's right. I ran out of characters, I was going to say. But at the same time, too, if you have any other social medias, there you go, guys. If you have those ones, any one of them, please feel free to join us as well. Twitter's been doing really good. We've seen a lot of growth into it. Xenia's seeing a lot in our Instagram as well. And that's a side note, too, guys. Don't keep all your eggs in one basket. It's a great tool like Twitter is for YouTube, but on top of that too, the other ones as well. You never know, this platform could go down, something go wrong, you can't get into your account. You can at least keep in contact with your followers until everything gets sorted out. So you can even live stream on them as well. Xenia's doing that now on Instagram every Sunday night at 6:15 before we do the wheel.
Yeah. And yes, that was our daughter's 3 feet
nice
castle that fell down. We are building a huge Lego tower. It's about this wide and about 3 feet, I would say.
Yeah,
now.
about 3 feet.
3 feet high. So that fell.
Yeah, I thought she fell too. I was holding my breath there watching. I'm sitting with one headphone.
So it's all good.
That's awesome, Mark. Great job. I'm back now. I have took your advice and wrote that about section again. Very well done. That's awesome. Practice full engagement. Be sure to watch and comment about the videos on your new friends' videos so they know you like them. Very well said, video call-in show. Exactly.
But was it a Disney castle? Well, we have those too, but this is a tower for a princess. It's a Rapunzel tower. It has a tiny door, and that's it.
Have a good night, Weekend Warrior Outdoors. You gotta put the kids to bed. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Lego castles are cool. Yes, they are.
Yeah, and this
Yes,
has
they
taken us a long time. So she thought that it all went to pieces, but it's only the top part, so it's all good.
No, I'm just glad because it's so heavy now with the way it's built that it sounded like her falling out. So
Yeah, I don't even know how many pieces there is. It's huge. Princess, yeah. It counts then. Yes, it does. It does. Video call-in show says thank you again. Well, it was great to raid you yesterday. That was awesome. And getting to see some people coming on your show as well. That was awesome. Destination Chronicles. No, it's all good.
That's right, Creator Spotlight. Branch out, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
That's right. That's right. I missed if Creaky heard that I was saying about our next Friday's guest that it's going to be a coffee house from Australia joining us next week.
Yes.
On Friday. Really cool. Yeah. Just wanted to let him know, and anybody who is from Australia especially. We're big coffee lovers, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, we've had the odd cup.
Yeah, it could have been devastating. It could have, because there's lots of time into that.
And a lot of consoling because she would have been very upset.
It was dark, so she didn't see right away if it was completely destroyed or not. So I don't know how to put it together. Is there suggestions of how to glue it together now? What to put on top so it doesn't destroy itself? Yeah, she's Hot Rod Rodney. Hello, good to see you. How are you doing?
Welcome back. And remember, guys, we're still trying to get 6,500. Yes, we're a little away, but that's okay. Anybody that joins is more than welcome, so I'll just put that up there again. And if you haven't hit the like button, tweet it out, told friends, all that good stuff, please do. It really helps us out a lot. And we have our next channel up here, guys. There you go. We got Philip Cockram. I hear a daughter. I'll be right back. You want to just take over for a sec?
Yeah. So we have Philip Cockram, who has just plugged in his guitar, according to himself in the chat, and is going to play while listening to us. He is a fellow Canadian. And let's see what we see. He has actually started live streams not so long ago as well, and have some people over as guests. And my favorite part of his live streams are music playing live streams, because he has a huge collection of guitars, as partly as you can see in some of the videos as well. A huge collection, so if that's something that you are interested in, and even if you just enjoy listening to great music, that's something to look for as well. There are some videos that are about other different subjects as well. For example, and I can't click on it Andrew, there you go. For example, for events that Philip has visited, if it's a music festival or any other events in the area, he also puts that in his videos as well, so you can go and check it out. So let's see. So back to homepage. So yeah, as now, just to repeat myself very quickly, we always suggest to put Philip Cockram uploads to your homepage instead of featuring the default uploads playlist. That just will make it more visible for AI and discovery. And if you add, which you should, a playlist description, that would definitely something that would help your views and watch time as well. So remove this feature, and instead of that, create new playlist, name it Philip Cockram Uploads, describe in short what your channel is about in the description of it, and then feature that here instead. We have had really great feedback from people doing that on their home pages, of getting more views and clicks on their channel, and the videos as well. So that's something I would do. This is okay, but I would also try and because you do have lots of playlists, I would try and feature them separately, maybe break up some of them vertically, some of them horizontally, just to break up the view, but instead of having them in one cluster, feature them separately, so people have a better understanding what the playlist is about, and if they do, there is more chance of them clicking on it instead of passing through. Right now, although we understand it's a cluster of playlists, for a person from the side, it just looks like 4 thumbnails of videos, right? So they're not going to go into depth. It's more likely they're going to go into playlist more if it's a separate single feature of that instead.
Go ahead.
Okay. description also has to do with visual perception, and it's great to have description that is divided into paragraphs, where it would be maybe at the maximum 3 sentences in the paragraph, just to break up the view, because people like when it's visually appealing, when it breaks up the monotone paragraph, so to say. It's not a novel. We don't want to write a novel. It's a summary of your channel, right? So you want to put those points like you would writing an essay. And as oftentimes you also start with hello and your name, and that is great. But before doing that, I would suggest putting that gist of your channel in 2 sentences before you introduce yourself. I know it's a natural thing. People do that. You want to introduce yourself. You want to be nice. You want to be polite, and that's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, it takes away, as I like to call it, the valuable real estate on your about page. So take a separate paragraph, describe what you do very precisely, a very gist of it. Like I said, not a global scale of a planet or a continent, but more of town, village scale in that. And then in the second paragraph, then you can write hello, my name is, and what your channel more is about, who is it for, and so on. Also, you can always at the end add a call for action. Sometimes we, are afraid to do that, and we used to do that too, but you gotta sell yourself. You gotta ask people to like your live streams and share it, which we didn't for a very long time at first. And once we started, actually could see a better change into engagement and shareability of our videos too. But it also applies to about section. Do that call for action. Subscribe and ring the bell. If you have your scheduled live streams, mention when you are. Have your schedule there so people know when to come back, when to look for your live streams. But definitely ask to subscribe. You want them to subscribe because you want them to come back. You want them to see your videos on their homepage feed. They're not going to see it if they're not subscribed. So call for action is something you definitely should add at the very end of about section. It definitely helps engagement. It does. In a long term, it definitely does help engagement. So that's about section. You have your social media, which we are very happy about.
I want to say hi. We got lots coming in here. Down the Rabbit Hole is here, and JJ is here, and Hubert Gunpowder, and Sty, and I was saying hi to a ton of people in here. Love it. Great to see all you guys in here. Some right from the very beginning, some that's just joined us recently, some from the middle. It's great to have you all in together. Geo Jerry's Adventures, great to see you as well. Nice seeing you again. If I missed anybody, I apologize. So yeah, anything else, hon, you'd like to touch on to? Darwin said it'd be cool to spell out the name Philip and guitars like that. It'd be a lot of work though, but I get what you're saying though. It would look kind of cool though.
Well, I would probably eventually I would put a wording there in the banner because it's cool banner, but it needs a punch. It
needs punch, and it's also a bit washed out like that. It's a nice shot, but it's almost too busy for a banner, to be honest. It would have to be kind of faded out, the opposite of having punch, and then the punchy name on top. Like Philip Cochran, kind of written in maybe semi-scribe or something like that. There's different combinations to it. When you're thinking about it, we can kind of brainstorm that a little bit. So, because I think it's gonna, the right banner is gonna sell the whole thing, and it's gonna create your brand.
On the contrary, I would say that I like the banner picture. I like the picture. I think even if you fade it even more out and put the name in the forefront, it would work. Because it's not. Yeah, but that's why you said it's too busy.
Yeah, that's why I said it's too busy, so I'd fade it out more, take it out and use it.
Because I like it. I like it, and it brings the attention. It's like, ooh, look how many guitars are there,
Yeah.
So I would use the same one, just would design it a little bit different, and more associative to your name and to your channel. So you can push your name as your brand now at this point.
Vorsex, or I think you didn't see the thumbnail tonight. There won't be a wheel. This is Sam's
no
wheel.
wheels today, the thumbnail says. Wheel is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
This is. I know the wheel. Everything has a time and a place. The wheel is where we get to meet the most new people, and it's fun. And we pull at all the stops. I like thinking of it like kind of like those tacky 70s game shows. I should have on like a plaid suit and a big glass ashtray in front of me right here as we're doing it. But
basically Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, this is where we get to dive a bit deeper into channels like this, and it's just grabbing them off at random. As long as you're in the chat, you have a chance of getting it to come up. So yeah.
Tony's reviews. Hello. The other thing is, does this channel like guitars, play guitars, or has a heap of guitars? You can still you see there are two ways of naming a channel. Okay, you can name the channel according to the category or type of content that you have, or you can push your name as a branding, which is very popular way of doing it, not only on YouTube but in social media business world altogether. So I think it's a great way of doing it, but what you have to do it is be more specific in about section, be more specific with your videos, in your descriptions, to clarify more about what exactly you're talking about. So yes, so is it just that you like them? Do you make them? Do you play them? Is it your collection of guitars? Is it like things like that? Those are good questions, Philip, and that's something to think about when you write your description in the videos and about section, is to be more specific into that, so people who are looking for certain type of content know exactly where they land with your channel. So it's a great suggestion, Dronking. Put the kids to bed chaos. Always love stories from Marty about put the kids to bed time. Great video about the Boeing, by the way, about the plane action going on here in North America. Very fast response on the hot topic. So good job on that, Marty. Dark One, hello.
There we go.
3 a.m. plays just, I think, changed their logo while they were here.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, take the bull by the horns.
Coach CJ, hello. Good to see you too.
Those crazy Max 8s freak me out. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the problem too. There's such a stigma against them right now. They're going to have more uproar and petitions and everything else. So yeah, it was just time to get that fixed with. So I will not get too far in the computer system. How are you choosing shoutouts this time if you're not using the wheel? Just people being in the chat. We're just grabbing random ones and talking.
I close
about
my eyes and point mouse, and wherever
she literally does. Yeah.
Andrew just randomly picks, so that's why it's called random. And in description it says it's random pick. Yeah. All you have to do is just be in the chat.
Which is kind of an oxymoron when you can't get more random than a wheel spinning around. Yes. But just give it a new twist. Last week we didn't get any guests because it was spring break, and we had actually plans to go away for a day or two, and of course fate would never let that happen. Everybody got sick with the flu here, and by then we weren't sure it was going to drag into next week. Xenia was really, really sick, so we just decided to kind of put this week in more looking at channels, talking about channels in general, and it's been pretty cool. It has been, I gotta say.
Yeah, you guys always talk about reviewing channels without the wheel, so we love listening to you guys, same as we did with our European shoutouts. Who knows, this might come into our regular rotation every so often.
Oh, for next week. Funny how it's... yeah, it is, isn't it? I guess it's good because all of North America go into complete pandemonium, I guess, so it's probably better that way. But...
yeah, no, it wasn't, because everybody was sick all through March break, so that was really great. Yeah. Coombs Worldwide, yes. Lala Lydia's live. Hello, how are you doing, dear? How are you doing? Good to see you.
I love saying your name. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, always put a smile on my face.
Yeah, exactly. Synonymous with happiness. Yeah, that's right. It does.
I don't know. It's a good thing. Hopefully it is. Reminds me a little bit of the yellow Teletubbies. Lala. I don't like Teletubbies themselves, but I like the characters separately.
Character? What? Why do you hate C's all of a sudden? You really turn against them.
English is not my first language.
You've said it for over a decade, and then like 4 months ago, you said, "You know what? The C has just been pushing its weight too much."
Exactly. I have used out the limit of using C's. You know, there's a limit for words, certain limit you can use in your lifetime. So that's it.
This one?
Yeah.
That's an answer. Exactly. You got to give Xenia credit. She can come up with a pretty crafty answer.
Yeah, they are a weird group. I agree, but them separately, like each character. How do you pronounce now?
Character, yes.
Is just so cute, you know.
And I love her accent. Like I that's what part of what I fell in love with her for
Except
was.
for
Except when it changes a decade later. I'm more baffled by it. If you had to come over here and right away saying character, it'd be like, oh, isn't that cute? But it's just like it's like you made an adamant decision because it just happened one day that, you know what, these CHs, we're gonna show them it's time to take the bull by the horns and just that C's out of there. I just found it very interesting how it changed all of a sudden.
It's all gibberish, guys.
Well, I was in England at age 16. The Teletubbies were all the rage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember those days. My oldest son was right in the midst of Teletubbies, and yeah, that's...
Well, they got banned because of that poor kid that said bye-bye into the sewer.
All right, guys, we're going to go to our next channel.
They're still cute, though, separately.
Crap, my dad makes me watch. Probably one of the most creative channel names I've seen on here. See retro and modern movie reviews from the eyes of kids. These contemporary kids review and react to the movies with their dad makes them watch. Follow along as, I mean, this is so perfectly written. I don't know. Anything you would add to it?
No.
I find that's like an amazing summary of it. Really, really, really well done.
Call to action at the end, I would add. Like I was saying with Phillips.
Yes, exactly.
Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell.
I'm gonna give you the one real piece of advice out of it. I get the emoji. The problem is that when I remember when you first came into our streams, and when I've seen you otherwhere, it's getting you pegged almost right away as a troll channel till somebody checks you out. And I know it plays into it. I get the connection. I get all of it. But if I was to give you one big creative a piece of advice for constructive feedback, I would definitely think about getting rid of it and almost have this shot here with the camera type of thing or something. That look says it all. And I think it would be easier for you to meet. Oh, we know. Okay. So yeah, that's the one thing I would. But your description is like literally, it's phenomenal. And that's what happened. I'll give you an example here. Let me go back to side view. That was a problem. If you guys see us meeting new people in any other streams, you'll notice a lot of times if I say, "Hi there, and great to meet you, and I really like your channel. Just joined it. Love what you're doing. Cheers from Montreal." Well, I learned that a long, long time ago to start putting that in. That's why I say if we had known we were doing a live stream, as much as Puša Studios now is known because we worked on it as a brand, we both agree we probably would have went with a different name. For that simple reason is a lot of times people don't think we're from North America, and we start to have trouble, and it's, oh, what's that funny name? Are they from, are they this channel or that channel? They would ignore us. And once I started writing that into it more, I actually noticed more people starting to join it. This is not picking on anybody, and I mean, my wife is from Eastern Europe, so it's got nothing to do with. It's just the perception of it, though, was a lot harder. And that's what is happening, like with this. As soon as somebody sees you come in for the first time or doesn't know you yet, probably 3/4 of the time they're thinking, "Oh God, another troll channel."
And some people are too lazy to check. They just go by assumptions, and that's where you lose some subscribers.
If you can see it in the avatar, that would be interesting.
Yes.
Or a poop emoji, as Marty says down the rabbit hole, or a poop emoji on the TV with the kid looking at it. Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because people thinking my channel is audit.
Well, that's a last name, so can't really do anything about it. Philip, referring to Adult Swim here. Ha ha ha.
Oh, Philip. I have no idea what you're talking about, Pictionary. You were always my go-to. That's how much I love you. So.
The Dustin Longo Show. Hello.
But you know, you built a brand. I wouldn't want you to ever change. I know you're not going to change your last name, but I wouldn't change your channel name. But yeah, I mean, the title's fun. I like the way you put each other into it. I like the way it's laid out. It's got a really fun feel to it. And I would like to see it. But that's also not just because of the emoji and what it is. It's kind of, I'm always for that brand. That 3-step process where everything here flows together and the connections. So that's why I would say that. If you can maybe show like an oversized TV enough to tell it's a TV with the poop emoji into it in your head looking at it. It's just hard sometimes in the avatar size to get all that in there properly. But I would definitely play with it because that would be a way to get around it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't change the name.
No.
Name is the one that makes it awesome.
Yeah.
Is the visuals that you want to go with it.
Yeah.
Because name is what makes it. Name is like I pick my butt, you know, or my best friend in your thread. Like things like that is what makes you want to see what is it.
Yeah.
But then sometimes like visuals can make people not click. They're interested, but it's like, oh well, what if I get trolls there, for example? So no, definitely, we're not talking about the name.
And then when you get that done, then definitely bring it down. You got some great thumbnail, but I would still, I don't know, because I mean, you put a lot into them, and I get the reason why, because you're showing the reactions, the kid, you know, the background. I get the whole tie-in. I'm wondering if there's a way we could still do that and still incorporate, you know, you could almost do like black movie bars on top and bottom and put like CMD and on the bottom MMW, you know, like kind of like dot, you know, put like a abbreviated, not abbreviated, you know what I mean, initials through it.
See, on their Twitter, they have the full version of that, and it basically is.
Yes.
How is it called?
The director's.
So that's their full version of the banner, basically. So maybe incorporate in the corner of it, something like that.
Yeah, because that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, I like that.
That's really cool. Wow, that would make such a slick thumbnail. You could almost do that. Move everything over a bit and impose the thumbnail.
Use it as a frame.
Yeah, exactly. Frame it into it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You use so your Twitter banner that I'm looking at now, which is a full version of what you have on YouTube. Use that as your thumbnail template frame, and then incorporate your picture within it. That way, it would make it more consistent with the branding, and it looks really cool.
Now, already though your thumbnails look good, you know, that's for building branding.
Yes.
So but yeah, that would definitely tie together, because I mean, you see, done everything we've talked about. There it is. There's the channel namespace upload, guys. If you're not doing this yet, I'm harping on this day and night, and it's become my mission. I'm hoping everybody will try this. It is simple. Make a new playlist, as you see here. Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch, space uploads, capital U, channel name spelt the same way it is up here, descriptive sentence, dump all the videos into it, and then have it set that it automatically adds all new ones. Perfect. Everyone, look at this. Look. This is amazing.
Like even in the logo, you can incorporate that thing that I don't know the name of, the clapper, and put the same poop emoji on top of the clapper. So just that would already show it that it is something else than a troll channel.
That's a good idea, actually, on that one. It's just anything, because right now the way it is, you're going to have a hard time breaking the ice. And you got a great channel with a ton of work. You know, it would be a shame if something like that is keeping you from like shooting like faster and faster up the rungs. Because you actually got a very good recipe here for something to go very viral. Thank you so much. We can move to the clapboard. Yeah, try that and see. And you don't even have to show the full thing in. Just enough that they can see a bit of the clapboard to differentiate what it is. Like, you know, if you can't get it all in rectangle, everything is too small, get it from a corner. As long as you can get the poop emoji and that clapper together, then you're set. You're golden. Because you have work here that can really take off. You're right in that right niche. Get yourself out. Look in like Discord groups and stuff like that. You know, other bigger channels that are looking for stuff to shut out and stuff like that. You know, looking to, I don't want to say meme per se. You don't want to get into anything that's too hateful. You got to watch where you put it. But some places that they're bringing up stuff like that, you know, showing 3 or 4 Try like even like try and get it towards like Philip DeFranco's words and stuff. Like try to even go as big as that. Go to all these places like Reddits and Discords and that. Certain groups in Facebook actually would even work for you. They're harder to find, but I mean, they could. It's a possibility, but that's a harder one to do.
There's family YouTuber Facebook groups. Like we're part of some of them, which are dedicated exactly for that. Like kids or families that are creating content together. That's a great place to go network and collaborate and things like that. They always do collaborations.
Yeah, Marty. Yeah, Reddit's a different kind of beast altogether. That it is.
Yeah.
It's not on the highlights of our favorites. It was set up in a very poor way, but. Stu, how are you?
Yeah, we do have it though. So if you want to drop your link in Reddit and gets you some algorithm points, you can do that by dropping it in our Blue Wrench Group Reddit thread that was made by Gene Bear.
That's right. Thanks to Gene Bear for that. And there you go, guys. There's the link to our Reddit and all of our other social media. So I know, and that's the hard part of it. I get where you're coming from. Crap, my dad makes me want it. I get that because that's always the problem on here.
Yeah, I would stick to Facebook family groups. There's tons of them there.
There's a couple of them. You got to really go through them and see which ones are legitimate if you're going down that road for the right. You're really going to have to do some homework, see what they look like over time, if they've been used. Find them there. If you do look at some of them, look at some of the things they've shown and find out where they've ended. See, searching through and see what kind of a trail it left. It happened the last time we were here. Someone asked us if we had done it back in a comment in our videos. We felt very awkward.
Delete the comment.
Delete the comment.
Zombified. I have told you that before. It has nothing to do with us directly. We can't police each and every person that is coming to our streams. Yeah. It's your free will what you do with subscribing to them or not. We're not promoting sub for sub. And even more, we're actually saying that it doesn't work. So if you do have these problems on your channel, delete the comment. It spams your comment section. Easy as that. Unless
somebody's invented a way to take over somebody's computer, and it happens in every one of them. And I've seen some say, "Oh, that never happens." It happens in every one of them. I've seen it happen tons of times. There's going to be good and bad and everything. Remember, I said that every channel is like a store. When you open a store, not everybody comes in and buys. Some come in and fondles the merchandise. Some are rude to the client. Some do all this stuff, but you can't know until they come in and do it. So. Just do it by deleting their comment. You're helping towards them not being such a problem. If they're really bad about it, hey, flag them for it because they're not supposed to be doing that, and it doesn't matter where they come from.
Kasumi, hello. Jeep Things Outdoors, hi.
Electronic Circuit, how are you?
It is. Reddit is interesting. You can post your own links under your own profile and not in threads. Somebody else have to suggest you basically. So that's what we do sometimes. Like you can put your own in that Blue Wrench Group server because it's ours. You can put your own, and then somebody else can reshare it somewhere or vote it up, which would still count towards your YouTube algorithm.
Colorado Fisher, how you doing? Like I was saying the other day, if you follow someone, don't comment. Hear from the other person's live stream. It is a terrible comment. Yes, the only time I would ever use it is if I want to make more of a long-term connection because I really respect. I'm thinking of say Kasumi's, okay? And I met through Kasumi and I respect. The only time I'd even try and do that was, we met the other. But you don't stop there. Then you really got to go into about their video. I seen you in Kasumi's video the other day when you guys collabed. I was really impressed with the way you guys did such and such. So impressed, in fact, that I had to come over and check out and see what else you're doing. It's got to be something like that because the days are numbered for short answers. That's what's happening. And I can see it soon that YouTube is going to be taking upon themselves. Pretty much anything under a certain amount of letters and it has any kind of buzzwords is going to be wiped out, and it's going to be the algorithm learning them. So anybody thinks they're getting away with rubber booted or flat fished or all these things, it's coming to an end. YouTube, I think, has gone through one. I'm just guessing here. I think there's 3 big changes that are going to come this year, and by 2019's end, it's going to be very hard to pull a lot of things that's been going on. And so for the better. It really is in the end. What? Wow. Release the lens. That's awesome. 800 supporters. Very good. That's a ton. That's a lot. So, holy God.
Destination Chronicle says, I disagree. Always happy to know where I found the other person. And I agree, but it can be part of your conversation. Like I sometimes do say, like, I seen you in Gary V's live stream. Was great to chat with you there. And then you comment on whatever was about the channel.
We had our guest on from Gary V's stream, and that's how we referred back after when I went to the salon guy. We had to go back to him and do it because we had an opening. It's like if you meet, if say Xenia had a sign company and I went in and there was another, I'm an accountant and I met a client for somewhere. Hey, I met you over at Xenia's sign shop the other day. It was really good meeting you. And I just come over to see what you have going on. But you can't just leave it exactly because I know where you're coming from and I couldn't agree with you more. And listen, some people do that too to try and make another channel look bad. I'm going to tell you right now, it's no secret. We've seen that happen, not just with other ones too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of that thing to put it out in the open, when the purge was going on, remember we used to get those things? Oh my God, Puša Studios, I don't know what happened. I went on your stream last night in the middle of like somebody else's live stream, and I lost 8 subscribers. Oh my God, does everybody just unsubscribe when they leave? You get that stuff, and it's just like, it's typical. And not just with us, with anybody I've seen it happen with, and it's always the same mess. Right away that they're...
We don't write it, we don't promote it, we can't police everybody. Educate your viewers, delete the comments that you don't want on your channel. Don't feel bad about it, it's your house.
That's right.
That in short. Cali Girl TV, hello. Exploring Ginger, hi. Elite Fitness, hello. How are you doing?
Good to see you all in here tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm lurking. Well, that's okay. Prevolution, there's no law against it. I'm glad you chose to lurk us.
Yes, hello to everybody lurking and watching.
Lurking's fine. I mean, I do it all the time. The thing I'm trying to get better at is commenting after, because I'm really bad at it. You'd be surprised how much stuff I do watch, especially in the later part of the evening when I'm getting tired. I'm working on stuff or doing things, and I'm always listening when I don't even get to watch the big YouTubers much anymore.
Yeah, and I mostly listen than I watch. Like I was saying, unless it's visually necessary to watch the video, I rather listen on my headphones while I do something like work or something like that. So lots of times it is, well, I don't know if it's called lurking if I'm listening, but something like that. It is video calling, exactly.
Marty, honestly, we're struggling right. I know how pitiful it sounds, and I know. Listen, like the real talk, somebody's sitting there seeing what we're putting tonight, and we're trying to hit 6,500. We have been spinning in the muds. Every morning I wake up, we're in the negatives for like the last 6 days. It's just been driving me crazy to watch it. And I know, and it's the same thing, and there's ups and downs. You're struggling to get, what did you say, 2.5?
Yeah.
You're going to see probably after you go after 2.5, then you're going to get that slingshot effect, and then it's going to go through and... And
I understand Marty's frustration because her channel should be much more than that by now with the type of content. And I'm not just saying, Marty, that. I do really mean that. The type of content that you have should be much more than that. And that's the part why we do what we do, with trying to explain things that we understand and try to learn from each other and be transparent about, things about algorithm or approaches of how to grow your channel. Because to me personally, it feels so unfair that algorithm has a huge part in determining what is being watched and not, despite of what type of content it is. It just seems sometimes so ridiculous, that some videos that have no quality in them get more view and vice versa because of that. And that's part of why I like doing it, because I want them to be out there.
And Marty, like Marty says, but travel channels are a diamond. Okay, guys, I want to bring up Marty's for a sec. Hang on one sec. Let me see. I want to show you Marty. Marty, by the way, Down the Rabbit Hole Travel, who anybody doesn't know, was our very first guest we ever had on here. Our very first. And although we never get to see each other every day, I will always, and not I, Xenia and I always have a special place in our hearts for Marty. Here's the thing, like, Marty, and you see, Marty has done all the things that we've talked about, you know, and stuff like that. And I love one thing, Marty, though, I would do honestly, right off the bat, is I would do the down the rabbit hole with all your uploads and get rid of this one. Same thing you've been doing for all of them with the descriptive sentences on it. You have the complete list here. There you go. Change this one right away, like immediately. Change it to copy and paste your channel name, space uploads with a capital U, and get rid of this one. Don't feature it on your homepage anymore. That's the hack that's been working well for so many people to up their watch time and stuff like that, which means you're getting watched more. But with that said, I mean, I know you redid your thumbnails and they look fantastic. And once again, good job on bringing up the Boeing 737 MAX. That's really good. You're jumping on something that's very current within what you do. And that's very smart. I wish, though, sometimes there was a way we could get more of your personality right into the thumbnail. Because you are such a vibrant person. And it's hard because your thumbnails, believe me, are spot on. And I like, at first I said first with the black background, the original. But, I mean, these look fantastic and they're still there. It's because you're such a vibrant person. And like you said, travel channels are a dime a dozen. It sounds so cliche, and I know sometimes that probably bothers people when I say stuff like that. But it's true. You're a shining example of the only thing left to bring original to travel channels is you. And you alone. Like, you have that vibrancy, that fun. You know when you're in here and you're telling us about the kids, you know, and you're like, guys, I'm in and out. The kids just went and knocked a hole in the gyp rock and stuff like that. I wish the thumbnails and the channel could bring more of that of you into it. Like, you should almost be your face on every photo. Because I know it's hard to say because your photos are unbelievably striking. They really are. But that's what you bring original to YouTube. Nobody on this planet is you. And nobody else can comment on it. Look at, I know the wheel, sometimes people like it, some don't, you know, and it goes back and forth and all that. But the wheel is just a tool. I mean, really, it's Xenia and I doing what we do with it, and that, you know, and everybody, the same with their travel channels, the same with anything. Everybody can take something and say, well, this is doing good, I'm going to run with it. But you can't mimic personality. You can't mimic that soul that's into something. And with you doing travel channels, I wish you would be bringing that right to the forefront of your channel the moment people walk into it. They see more of you. They see more, they feel more of your personality right off the bat. I really do mean that, because that's where you have something so amazing to really bring to travel channels that nobody else has. Your perspective, your view on things. Sorry, just got a call. I really do hope you'll do. There's a way you can find that. I think that's where you capitalize onto it, because you got great material. You shoot amazing footage. But that's my opinion and my humble opinion on it. So, I think once if you can capitalize on that, you are, you know, you're off to the races. I'm really not wanting my face on them, but I know the algorithm likes it. And I know, and I get that, and I understand, you know, like I say, for when we started this, you know, you were right there, how apprehensive we were at the idea of doing a live stream and how awkward we felt and how nervous we were and all those things. Like when we interviewed you, I mean, we were, and I wouldn't call it brave by any sense of the word. You were, unfortunately, you got the guinea pigs part of us trying to figure out how to do this. I don't know sometimes if we figured it out yet. But bring yourself to it. Yeah, we were all a bundle of nerves. That's true. That's very true. But I hope you do that, because I think you're such, and I'm bringing you up because you are a shining example of what we've been talking about. Like, I pick my butt in the gaming sector, how he does these things versus other gaming channels. So, just something to think about. I hope you will. People are often attracted to top 10s of things. Yes, when being in another country. Grumbler Gamer, that is an awesome idea. Look at Peter McKinnon. What did he say? He got 1 million subscribers in 9 months. How? He took a couple of videos. 8 things you must always have in your camera bag. 5 things every photographer needs to know. And he just bombarded every group chat he could find with them. And the nice thing about those is when they take off, they end up in blog posts. And they end up in shared on Facebook and all these groups and that. And that builds a ton of traction. It really does. Xenia and I are lucky with what we do is we appeal to a broad range of YouTubers. But we're also at a handicap that we don't appeal to just one niche. Mm-hmm. And that's everything has a double-edged sword to it. So you can capitalize on that. You appeal to that niche, and instead of trying to fit in the grains of it, you can blow your own path through it by bringing that originality to what you do.
Yeah, and Marty also have been redoing her previous videos as well, which is cool too. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's also the way of doing it. Talking about faces, you don't have to, like, if you really, really don't want to, it doesn't have to be you. It can be something that symbolizes the country, for example. I don't know, a girl in a traditional outfit that you cut out and put it on top. Yep. It doesn't have to be you. The point is of having something that has facial features with emotions. So you can use stock pictures, you can use maybe something out of your own pictures that you have from the country that you're talking about, and use that instead. So, you know, it doesn't have to be you if you don't want to put you as a forefront for now.
Yeah. With the advice and help you give on growing on YouTube without trying to sell a masterclass, you guys are priceless. Well, thank you, Alan. I mean, you guys have been kind of like Marty and them, once again, JJ and all them especially, they've been here since the beginning, or like Simply Shannon more in the middle, or like Alan's that's just joined us recently. What we've been doing, kind of, you guys been seeing a bit of a diary, if you will, on YouTube, growing on YouTube. That's how I would sum up our channel a lot to people. We've been kind of learning as we grow and kind of almost like semi-documenting what we learn as we go, what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, what we're changing. And you see us talk about it, and you also see us doing it. So I don't think we're ready for a masterclass so much, but I do appreciate it. But you definitely get to see a lot of semi-catches and fumbles, but that's part of growing. I mean, we make mistakes, and we're laughing at them. And there's sometimes that really make us angry that we did them. We're only human, and we try to show it the best we can. Like, remember, some of you probably remember the night where we lost 4,000 subscribers in 3 seconds. I'm not sure how many people. There's got to be some in here that remember that night. We're just about to go on, and we had 4,000. I'll never forget it. We had 4,494, and in 3 seconds, it dropped to 494 subscribers. And we were having some trouble at the time. I mean. And we went on and we tried to hold it together. Just before we went on, we didn't know if we'd been hacked. We didn't know if it was a glitch. We didn't know what the hell happened.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the two of us looked like we were trying to figure out the caramel secret. We each got our computers running. We only have like a bit to be on.
So when somebody says, oh, I lost 6 subscribers, which is very upsetting, we lost 4,000 in 3 minutes. So, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Tron King's 4K subs went down the rabbit hole.
Well, we wish in that way.
Yes,
but,
exactly. If it was going to go anywhere, at least give it to Orchard.
It came back in half an hour. It was a glitch, but like half an hour, I must tell you, was something. Yeah, Lala Lydia's life remembers.
Yes, it was. I still get an eerie feeling when I can still see that thing going out of control like that. So
yeah,
so we've always showed our mistakes. Like some nights we're on here, people say, well, I went on and it unsubscribed for me. That's half the reason why we started showing our subscriber count and showing the bar so people can see when it actually goes out of control and drops on us. So see, we're going through the exact same thing. And by doing that, a lot of people got to see then it wasn't people unsubscribing because it was a drop, which meant it was pulled back. There's no way you can get 15 people to agree on anything on YouTube, let alone when to go and unsubscribe from somebody at the same second. So all those things are learning things that we got, and here you go. See, this is happening. Don't worry, we're not freaking out. You're going to see them start to come back, and they would, and that put more people at ease, and then they didn't feel like there were getting so ripped off by YouTube or other people were screwing them. We tend to a lot on here, whatever number we're at, we think everybody else doesn't understand what we're going through. Because it's not because we're selfish, it's because it's kind of a weird place where it's very social and very islandish all at the same time. So we've just tried our best to bridge that as much as possible. I get worried when YouTube shows you have no channel at times. Yeah, yeah, Sticky Buds. Yeah, that one can make you hold your breath too, for sure. I know it's getting late, Octay. You have a really great night. Thank you so much for staying up so late with us. Much love to you.
Spencer Entertainment, hello.
yeah, Spencer Entertainment. How are you? Oh my God.
Hike with Mike has sent our way some people to interview. That is awesome. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I know it is zombified. That happens to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the thing to remember. You're not the only one. It feels like that, like it often does in life.
Yeah.
But we all go through the same struggles here.
I know Simply Shannon. Exactly. I lost a bunch taking a break for... Because when you took your break, too, on top of that was, like, it was at the worst time possible just because of situation. That the purge was getting stronger and stronger and all that. We were losing, but, we just kept adding back, because I was trying to fight it. I could never leave it go to my dismay. But, yeah, I mean, it's just an understandable part. But you'll be back up
Yeah,
soon.
and Investor X is right. And in your new YouTube studio beta, you can actually see some of the breakdown of the subs that you have lost. And yes, some of it says unsubscribe, but it still doesn't mean that it's manually unsubscribe. It can be automatic unsubscribe from YouTube, but it actually tells you if it's accounts deleted or spam or things like that. It breaks down which ones you have lost, so you can see it there. And yes, it's a bigger problem, Vesrex. You're right. Like even PewDiePie did play to YouTube. So. And
that's what I liked the other night. I know not everybody's gonna like every time you do something. We tried something new. We actually went to big YouTubers and looked to see what they were doing. And there was one person, and you know what? Actually, it got fixed after. And they were very cordial about it. Like it's understandable. I don't like this dislike that's being pushed around that you gotta hate everybody who's getting somewhere on here. Because what happens if you get somewhere? Is everybody going to have to hate you then? Is that the law? But they feel the same punches as we do. And we've brought up stories by doing that. Remember that night telling some people about the problems they've had.
Yeah.
And YouTube never came to their rescue. And they're like, because they're thinking that they have this direct line and everything's fixed. It's like, a lot of them get really screwed and this is their livelihood. I thought it was me adding your name to my channel intro. A good one, Chap. Oh, God. That might be the big problem right there, actually. Oh, my God. Just Juju. Love you, too, as well. Much love to you.
Early kitten, message me the name. Maybe we can approach people. Sometimes we don't sometimes, yes, you gotta establish the relationship, but sometimes with bigger celebrities, you just gotta approach them. So maybe we can try that. If you want to see her on our channel, we can try it.
Call her official. We appreciate it. Last season we did mostly people we knew, and that was awesome. We were getting to grow. But there's more people doing that now, and that's good because everybody needs circulation. And sometimes from now on again, we're going to probably bring that back in some shape or form here and there, but not full time. The one thing, as we've been able to grow more, is we're trying to get more people from outside of this community to bring them in, so everybody gets to meet more people. We're hoping that causes I wish everybody was reaching out to these other places and trying to bring people in, as it would give more people probably less friction a lot of times. Somebody's getting mad because this one was in this live stream, not in this one, all that stuff. The only way to really, truly get that to stop is just to get more and more new people in here. So, I just stated that Puša Studios said this was enough information, folks. Real story. Oh, my God. I've dedicated myself to make a full-time job. I'm fortunate to have an awesome support system. Well, I'm glad you have an awesome support system.
Yeah, Spencer Entertainment. Did you figure that out with YouTube? He fell under the new guidelines of minors. And it's a new, well, because it's a minor channel, and then it was the type of live streams. It's basically, which is stupid in a way, because it's not like minors are appearing in his live streams. He's a minor, but they put it under that minors are appearing in the live stream. You know, like they don't have a differentiation of that.
I know. I understand.
Which is silly in a way, because now it doesn't let him create content. Because
I know that part is a shame. I mean, for sure.
You just gotta keep hammering them, keep tweeting them till they listen to you. Yeah, I know. I seen that, and just keep doing it. At Team YouTube. Just like don't spam it 15 times a day, but like every so often, just hope they would answer, because this is terrible. I think they just don't know themselves yet what to do with it, and I'm sure you're not the only one too within your age range as well there. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Not to push it this side of Joey. If you guys had merch, I'd be wearing your merch all the time too. We have merch if you want to check it out.
Who said that?
Joey.
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah, just put the link in.
And it actually is running a promotion just now.
That's right.
Dedicated to the year of our show, the 29th of March. We have ship free in US, and March Madness across internationally, 20% off. So go check it out.
That's right. You'd be there. Why is everyone so nice? I'll start off nice, just being and I mean, I don't want to sound like a pitchman either, Joey. By the way, I mean, if you don't, no hard feelings,
of course
no
not.
nothing.
We're just laughing.
That,
we don't really do that.
No, no.
It's more with a laugh. Please don't buy anything.
Excellent, Marty. Congratulations. Good for you. Well done. That is awesome. Good stuff. I hope you'll take tonight when I said, and I wasn't complaining, but I hope you know that I meant it from the heart, and I just think that you have something very original to bring to it, because you have a dynamic personality, a really great personality, and I think that's your secret weapon to getting through a cluttered niche to make yourself stand out.
3B Productions, do you have any social media channels? Because I can't find them on your channel. I do like what you're doing there now with the thumbnails and everything. We'd like to follow you on Twitter if possible.
A couple of subs away from 35. Oh, sorry, I got. And she's cute. Yes, there you go, Phil. Exactly. Yes, she is cute. Oh, okay, that's good, because I always want to be. Sometimes we're very passionate, and I think sometimes after that maybe somebody like took us the wrong. And I always want to make sure that we never come off that way. So that's why I just wanted to make sure. I mean, say Marty tomorrow does that, and she hits 50,000 K, and she's doing fantastic. I'm happy for her, and it's even good for us, because then they might search around and her name's going to come up in the interviews, so it's going to get us more recognition and all those things. So there's, it's nothing but benefits for it. So,
YouTube is like a big ocean of fish. There's enough space for everybody.
Exactly.
And honestly, we do work better when we work together. And that's why sharing what we know and learning from you what you guys know, I think has helped each other. That's what it should be all about. It's always easier to go to be like that than fight and compete against each other for what? For billions of viewers that are out there, and there's gonna be 2 billion more in 3 years' time.
No,
sounds ridiculous.
Yep.
So let's just have fun and try to grow together and understand how this beast works.
I always say it's like a model train. As like a model railroaders, or like a gardener, or something that puts a lot of time, money, and love into what they do. It's a hobby, but a hobby can still be very exciting and driven, and want to keep getting better and homing your craft. That part to us is fun. And some people don't like it. And I get that. Like, they'll say, well, the analytics is boring. But there is fun into it. It's I think Xenia and I, that's the one thing that bonds us and all that part, is we're like puzzle solvers.
Yeah.
We like that puzzle. And something we haven't mentioned in a while, some of the newer ones probably haven't heard this, the Marty and Philip and all them, when they will remember this, like when we first started live streaming, we were solely never behind the camera. It was all my cinematic stuff. Xenia really didn't have any part in that until we started building it up a bit more. And we had a great ratio of 70% men to 30% women, which I know sounds sexist. I don't mean it that way. Why I'm saying that is because we were the exact representation of the percentage of YouTube at that time of men versus women. And we started live streams, and all of a sudden at one point we went all the way down to 5% women. And we were perplexed because we thought when we started live streaming that number would actually go up and we would push the ratio to 50-50 almost, maybe even further. Because we thought more discussion, especially once we started interviews, we figured maybe more of a female audience would be interested in that.
We're getting closer now to 50-50 actually.
Yeah, and that took, how long that took we're talking from 29th of March was our first live stream. We went down, I'd say by June, we pretty much got close to the 5%, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was over like a month and a bit. Until now, just to get that steered around, and now we're going in the better direction, but it took that long. That's why with YouTube you can't react expecting immediate results, big gigantic results. It does happen, and I'm sure somebody's sitting here and say, well, I had a friend who did one video, wasn't like the other one, and he got 900,000 views. There is exceptions to the case. Most times when you want to make a change to what you do, you got to do it like a ship. You don't just go and cut the wheel for all it's worth. You ease your way over. If you're that farming channel and you're thinking about introducing, you want to do a bit of gaming onto it, that's been something, maybe one day a week. Try it. See what it looks like. Are you getting good reviews onto it? And don't expect it to give like a big turnaround on your analytics the moment you do it. Even if it does really bad, it's still not a representation, because just maybe that night you do it on a different night than you usually do it. It was something unexpected. But just don't go gung-ho into it, because then you can lose your audience a lot of times that way. That emotional connection I was saying with your audience a while ago, you got to kind of cradle that. I know that sounds awful, but it's true. Because once you have that connection with people, they know you a certain way, and they're used to it. It's like your friend, that you've known for a couple of months, and you're really good friends, and you talk every morning on the way to the train station and do all these things and that. And they're going to work, and then the one morning they show up dressed as like a heavy metal guy with like 16 piercings in, half the hair shaved, tattoos all over. It's going to mess up the dynamic a bit, and it's just because as humans we like familiarity. We're comfortable in that zone. Or if you watch a TV show, when they used to in the 80s a lot of times retool a show, and people would freak out and they'd be writing letters to the producers and their views go way down because they turn too quickly, too fast, too much. Ease into things and see if it's the right fit for you. See if it's the right fit for your audience. And yes, in the end, and if it's not working out well, you're going to have to make a call. Either you're so emotionally committed to this new change and you have to do it that you're willing to sacrifice losing some, or it could be many, or you're more interested in keeping the audience happier and that's not so important to you. There will be times, and I've seen that with a couple of channels where they've said, I got to make this change. I can't do what I'm doing anymore. I can't take it for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into their stories. That they were willing to lose some over it. And they did, and they were fine with that because they were willing to see it through and start on a new path and know that they're going to have to gain again, which some of them, most of them did eventually. So just weigh things out a lot. Don't make fast decisions. Don't look at a channel and say, well, this channel's doing great, so I'm going to be that this week, and next week I'm going to be that one because this guy had a really good week. Veering back and forth, you end up with almost nobody left on the ship. Just take your time and be true to whatever it is you do. Don't do it just because it's the next biggest thing, because if you're not cut out for it, your heart's not into it, it's going to show, and then you won't be part of that anyways. So just something to consider, something to think about. So anything else on?
No, I think very well said.
What time is it?
Yeah.
52. Okay. Yep. I guess we're just getting around that time.
Yeah. And we have a meeting at 10, so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Okay, yep. God. My head is, I don't know.
Yeah,
something.
guys, we continue working after our live streams as well. So that's what happens here. Hustle and grind. But if you could pick the wheel, you still feel like you walked away with something. Well, it just makes it more fun. It just makes it more fun. That's what it does.
The wheel is the greatest thing about it is some will see it as like a big shtick, but in the end, it's where a lot of the learning comes from, and people are coming back all the time from what they picked up. And I feel like I'm picking on Marty tonight because she keeps coming to example because Marty's a teacher. Sorry, Marty. I'm going to pretend that Xanny is a teacher right now, so I don't sound like, or SMT Mainline is a teacher, so I don't sound like I'm big. Using examples all the time. Say SMT Mainline would agree. Like the best thing to do for people to learn is to have fun so they don't realize they're learning. And that's what it's all about. You know, that's the I can take it. No, it's not. It's just weird. I guess I got your name stuck in my head tonight. So, but yeah, it's the tips and stuff like that that separates it out. And I mean, that's the stuff that really does help. I've always said, like a shout out of any type, the wheel just adds more fun to it because everybody likes a game show. But you can't grow off of any kind of shout out of any type, any shape. No channel on earth has grown big by just, oh, well, I grew by going to channels. We're just commercials. The real growth is getting your channel good enough that you get picked up by YouTube's algorithm and starts recommending you more and more. There's just no way around it. It's the same going to a show channel as it is going into a blog post or if somebody spots you. All these things are just different places to get your name up. The main growth and the main stability will always, no other way around it, has to come from YouTube's algorithm. There's no way around it. There's no shortcut in that. There's help to get little bumps that might hopefully just grab at the right time and you'll get noticed. But yeah, it's got to come from the algorithm. We're just a commercial.
And no, we haven't done master classes. There's plenty of that outside. If you want to purchase anything, there's plenty of creators doing that.
Yeah.
For now, we do what we do. Never know where we're going to leave with that. It might turn into something. Who knows? Right now, we just want to share what we know and learn from you guys.
Marty's on a roll tonight. I need to start dating someone who works in the YouTube algorithm department.
Well, I just followed Tom on Twitter from the Creators Insider, so I know. I don't know if he's married. You're married. So what are we going to do with this? But I followed him, so you might follow him too.
See, Marty, this is what I'm talking about. This is what sets you apart from other people. Get that humor in as much as what you do. And your trial, I think you really got a hook on the niche. So. But on that note, guys, we do got to go because we got to get to that meeting. But you guys have a really great night. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. Please hit the like button on the way out. If you can come back after and leave a comment, that really does help us out a lot. Dangerous Criminals, before we go, once again, congratulations. Who came in and told us tonight it's 13 years since she gave up cocaine. And I mean, that's an unbelievable feat. And I'm glad to have you here with us today. So keep up the great work. And we'll talk to you guys very soon.
And we'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 hour earlier for you if you are overseas because of the time change. So 1 p.m. Eastern time, 1 hour earlier for overseas. Well, we will spin the wheel.
That's right.
And see who is the winner.
Sounds great, guys. You have a great night. We'll see you in a couple hours. Be well. Cheers and keep creating.